Okay, so everything should be going fine, right? Guys? 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 Okay, great. Perfect. Perfection. We're just gonna scroll to YouTube. A new episode of Master Detectives by Jonathan got up, but we're not gonna watch that. Instead, we're going to watch Yu-Gi-Oh content.
You've triggered my trap card, the magical hats.
Magical hats.
In this
they're still continuing this. That's
series,
awesome. Joshua Schmidt was kind of sad that the series wasn't continuing. I love this thing. And we are continued anyway, so who gives a shit, right? Who gives a shit about promises of not doing actually anything? Anyway, so yeah, everything's going fine. Blah blah blah.
Top Yu-Gi-Oh streamers will give their unfiltered, uncensored, and uninformed takes on some of Yu-Gi-Oh's most pressing issues. The catch?
In my opinion,
one of these
side
four
decks,
has
amazing
a fake
stuff.
and
It should always exist.
find
If anything, the side deck should be increased to 30 cards instead of 15.
the liar.
That's my opinion.
It's time to play Magical Hats. Welcome back to another episode of Magical Hats. We have Farfa. Go to Farfa right now. Look at Farfa. What is he doing?
He's on the green
paying
screen.
attention. He's subway surfing out here.
Andy, bro.
All right, it's the boys back again. We're bringing back everyone's favorite series, and by that I mean Joshua Schmidt's favorite series.
Yeah, and my favorite series, but you don't know me.
We're all going to be offering our great takes about. This is a really interesting topic today. Is the sideboard a good thing? How do we used to do this? Was it Kevin? Do you usually start?
What is the argument against that? Like, there's the argument of floodgates for sure. Just ban all the floodgates, please.
Did anyone even get messaged to be an imposter, or are we just fighting?
Farfa has successfully either gaslit us into thinking he's not the imposter, or he's been Pepega and has openly told us he's not.
Well,
yeah, no one got messaged. We'll just fight.
So I guess we could just brawl. That's
Yeah,
fine.
yeah.
I had a feeling. Okay.
All right, what do you think?
Wait,
Kevin?
so am I just cooking?
Yeah, cook it up.
Show me some hot dogs.
Do I think the side deck is a good thing? Yes.
Farfa, what are you doing? Are you doing your L impression?
I think the only circumstance where a side deck I don't feel is super necessary is for something like locals. But if you're playing like a tournament with like 7+ rounds or whatever, like a regional and something like that, I feel like you absolutely need a side deck in order to.
Well, even online, I feel like playing with side decks is so cool because when I'm playing Labyrinth, I just go, Floodgate Labyrinth is the strongest version, but I mean, it's probably the IKEA version now. But back in the day, I thought that the Floodgate version is the strongest, so I will play the sort of IKEA version and the furniture version. And then when I lose, I go, okay, time to sideboard into the Floodgates.
Some of these decks that just do some things that you're.
Okay, but aside from that example,
deck isn't like naturally tailored to beat, and I think if you're going into one of those bigger tournaments, a sideboard is necessary. I think there are alternatives to the sideboard that could be cool, but I think overall it's a good mechanic to have in the game. Look at this ADHD Andy over here.
What is this?
Farfa, what is
Forced to not touch your phone for 5 minutes, and you're like climbing on the chair like a kindergartner.
Okay, let me go.
Go.
I'm gonna give a wild take here. No more side decking. I actually really like the idea
bullshit empathy. No.
that the game gets worse post sides because people side into like D barrier, anti
Ban that shit. Like, it's not the sideboard's fault.
spell, just insta blowouts. So I think it would be actually really funny if people just had to like draw the out. Just put Duster in your main deck. Fuck it, you know? Plus, like, I don't have the attention span for 3 games.
Clearly.
That's my take.
even those.
Okay, when did Farfa become a fucking, I don't know. Is he trying to go big with the ADHD
Side
stuff?
deck.
Like, I mean, if you're playing like Among Us or Fortnite, Farfa, you can just play Fortnite if that's the
Play 3
case.
games. What do you mean?
Oh, Well,
And look at all the pretty colors.
oh.
Were you thinking we're playing best of one all of a sudden, bro?
I thought you guys wanted to play Paper Master Duel.
Don't get me wrong, that sounds fun.
That does.
But I don't think that's what we're talking about, bro.
I am thinking Gage is such a positive guy. I don't think people had a lot of negative opinion of Gage because of the series, but I don't think it that way. If anything, it's exactly the opposite. He's just the type of guy to enjoy Yu-Gi-Oh, no matter the format and no matter whatever, you know.
You know what? Fuck it. Yeah, no.
Like his favorite deck is Strikers. You know?
It's
And I don't think it's because of Mystic Mind.
more ink on the papers, save the
But no, just because he has a favorite deck doesn't mean that he doesn't enjoy other formats.
environment. We don't need to write side deck cards on our deck list, no.
You know, I'm fine with not side decking. It's definitely less of thinking in my
don't have a
thinking involved, definitely. So that's a good one and the bad, because the good side is I don't have to think, I can just play Yu-Gi-Oh! But the bad side is, well, it's a skill expression that's kind of lost.
good take anymore. Go ahead, Gage. Go ahead, Gage.
Nice opinion, bro. Nice
I'll go.
opinion. I got myself organized, actually, and I even woke up late for this, so I got a little thing prepared.
Okay.
The side deck has become a competitive staple in an ideal best-of-3 scenario. It's been said that these 15 cards can decide entire matches. Like, the real game, people say, is in Game 2 and Game 3. I think Yu-Gi-Oh! In particular, it's a much welcomed aspect, because some decks will notoriously struggle with, like, one key mechanic of the game. But that shouldn't, like, completely cripple its overall performance. The best deck should be the one that can do everything. That's why you see decks like Tier and stuff that are capable of doing everything so great. But these juggernauts will still rely on the side deck to deal with like specific counter cards, which I think can only exist in a best-of-3 scenario, because the frustrating cards are like D-Barrier and stuff like that. But imagine just dealing with that main deck all the time. Then you run it.
Oh my god. Some goddamn reason. The video is just not playing. It doesn't sound like it's
format like
playing
Zodiac,
at
which is miserable to
max.
play against when those cards get flipped. There's also like just a separate skill with creating 15 cards, like, and optimizing it towards a meta. Like researching and like understanding the metagame should be something that's rewarding. And through deck building, like tech cards can really be birthed from just out of the minds of just some really great players. But this is only possible if like this best-of-3 and this side deck exists, because half of those cards become completely unplayable in a best-of-1 scenario when you have no idea what you're up against. It's really frustrating to lose to decks that like hone in on that one negative that you can't like do anything about. Bean Soldier, I was playing with him and he was playing Rika. It's a deck that has like no back row removal in deck. So like I flip Tikaboo and the game's just over. And I get having the side deck allows you to have this better draw it mentality that Farfa was talking about. But like, imagine just not having that privilege at all.
Spam Tiki Ball, bro.
Imagine you're like, I'm gonna go into this event, and I'm not gonna main back row removal, and I'm gonna get shit on every floodgate that gets like flipped against me, and there's nothing I can do about it because the side deck doesn't exist. I think altogether, it's another
What?
like level of skill expression, and it continues to be one of the most difficult aspects of the game to like understand and be ahead of. Like, you ever have so many people like ask you like, what's your side deck? What's your side pattern? It's like it's
That's
actually,
illegal.
like,
That's illegal.
it's-
That's illegal. You can't ask that.
What?
What are you saying?
What are you talking about? What are you talking
Like
about?
after.
I mean,
like, the
after,
deck
like, I
profiles
mean,
and
in
shit.
general, like trying to get information, people are like, hey, like, what do you side? Or how do you side? And you've ever been like,
Wait,
and you ever just hit them with the, it depends on your local meta. But that's a dumb thing to say, right? Because it really depends on like the greater scope of the meta if you're attending a tournament. And I don't know if that's like the mindset that people have. But I think the side deck is truly where we see like the champions of the game, is because that's where all like
Yeah.
creative expression is really put into the side deck.
Dimension Barrier is so creative.
Yeah. Sometimes it's not the best deck, man. Sometimes it's not the best card. It's fine. I really think the side deck is like.
To be fair, you knowing when to use a floodgate or not, oh come on, you were still playing the surface.
Like mandatory. I can't imagine a best of 3 scenario. where
Bro.
it's just-
So I really appreciate that perspective, Gage, and I like that about 30 seconds in, every other person got out some sort of gaming device to just look at. You people need to all go to the doctor.
You people all need to play Fortnite or something if Yu-Gi-Oh is too complicated for you.
Get a very specific test done.
No, I got a test. I do not have ADHD. It's confirmed.
Oh, jeez. Well, then that's just
Yeah,
embarrassing, right? How do you fail the ADHD test? You should have
I
studied.
honestly
really
the
love
person that
playing
put anything
Pokemon,
together
bro.
for This would be the worst episode of Magical Hats
in the world if this
No,
is where
we've
were
had
at
some
the moment,
stinkers.
bro. This has
Okay.
been a nothing
so-
burger. I had
the reason-
Farfa completely on a different side of the road. He didn't even know what the fuck he was talking about.
Okay,
All right,
so
teach him a thing or two, Joseph.
yeah, Gage, you're wrong. I'm
Yes!
regrettably I am in agreement with
Don't know why
Farfa.
yet, but-
Not
Yes.
as to Subway Surfing.
Okay.
Yeah, but-
Not as to Subway Surfing. No, I understand the need for or the feeling that there needs to be.
What
a
are
sideboard.
you doing?
But over the past like 10 years, sideboard techs have moved from. I almost want to say this started in Duelist Alliance. Have moved from like a bunch of tech cards that could potentially come up in like long, drawn-out games. Like maybe you want to draw a Ryo later in the game, so you have them in your board. To cards that just read, okay, well now that we know what the coin toss is, you win if you draw this card. Things like Lightning Storm and Evenly Matched and
Bro,
and-
no. Even Match doesn't even let you win like automatically. If you like, play around it.
Spell Fragrance and Dimensional Barrier and a Pointer, thankfully they just banned. But it feels like frequently the side deck is just a holding facility for cards that, if we are sure how the die roll or the matchup has rolled out, these cards are just gonna win the game on the spot.
I mean, I still don't think they win the game on the spot. I think it's just that Yu-Gi-Oh has come to a point where the internet is evolving and stuff, and everyone's skill ceiling has gone up so high to the point that something small like citing in the right cards and at the right time just kind of like becomes determinative, because everyone's skill level is kind of like reaching at a peak point on a competitive level, on a really high competitive level. Everyone's skill level is sort of on the same length, so very small things kind of decide
I
victories.
understand that it feels like there is a struggle in
Not necessarily because I think Evenly Matched or Storm wins the game automatically.
terms of
You can still play around these cards by putting your stuff in the defense
some
mode,
decks can't-
or not overcommitting in case of Evenly.
deal with certain things. Rika lacks back row removal or whatever. I think the solution for that is if you're playing best of one, then those decks are forced to play back row removal. I mean, Rika has a really explosive setup combo. What's to say that you can't like cut down on extenders for that combo and just play some back row removal? What's to say going first you can't integrate back row removal or back row negates into your end board? Maybe it forces players to become more creative and more diverse with what they are able to put into like a combo finisher. I think Farfa is playing Subway Surfers, and the best of one thing I would never want to play. I think that that's like super die roll dependent. But if you look at a game like, I think Pokemon does this, they'll play best of three without a sideboard. And
Nah, that's kind of dog, man. I think playing a best of three sideboard is kind of like ridiculous, because what happens when you like play both your decks in game one, then you realize, holy shit, the opponent's deck completely counters my deck. You can't do anything about it. You're just going to lose game 2 and 3 anyway. Whereas with a sideboard, at least you can like try to mind game the opponent.
in my opinion, that
in games 2 and 3
resolves a significant amount of the problems with like best of.
Also, if your opponent like is really Giga Brain smart, which honestly not like all those online game players are not really that. If they really are like super smart, then they should have like sided in into Harpy's Feather Duster when going second after they won game 1, because they should know that floodgates are coming.
Super variance driven. So I think that
So if anything, even if the format has floodgates, there is a certain level of skill expression and being able to know when your opponent is going to board into floodgates.
what Gage said about like, games 2 and 3 are where the real game of Yu-Gi-Oh is played. I've heard that, for the past 10 years. And, for most of my competitive career, I agree
Increase
with
the board sideboard to 30 cards. Increase the extra deck card to 30 cards.
But
Let's
recently,
go, buddy.
I've felt that game 1 is kind of an interesting back and forth, and then games 2 and 3 are reserved to, did you draw like very immediate win condition from the extra or the side deck, followed by did you draw the out for that immediate win condition? And for some cards like Dimensional Barrier, there just isn't an out, and it's just like, oh, whoop, sorry. I mean, look at the most recent the German championship. Like, congratulations, Eradicator came up. Like, that was cool, right?
Good card.
Ban the card! Ban the fucking card! Like, like I really hate how like people kind of use certain cards as an argument against the very existence of sideboard, the very existence of the extra deck. You know, it's not like Konami's. I mean, it is Konami's fault, I guess. It is not the sideboard or the extra deck's fault that certain broken cards exist, and Konami is fine with it. And even if I were in their position, would ban a lot of cards. Currently, the game is still fine.
And that's the type of gameplay I want to avoid, and I think that that's resolved by actually getting rid of the side deck as silly.
No, it's stupid. You're supposed to hit the cards. There's only like what? Handful, like there's almost like a 10 or so like cards which you can count on your hand, 10 fingers. There's only like 10 cards that like need to be banned.
As it sounds.
You know, technically.
Wait, I'll get to give my real take here, okay?
Oh
You're
my
all
God!
wrong.
Thank God! No
You're
way!
real
Let's
take.
go.
Okay, here's the actual correct take, okay? I've been cooking and I've been slowly advancing and collecting.
We can
Subway
see
Surfer.
you on the screen. We know you've been cooking up a Subway Surfer score.
I've been I managed to hit the bonus level where you fly into the cloud and get double points, and I've decided that the actual correct take, the crux of the argument that you have, Joseph, is that the problem with your issue with the side deck is the blowouts, and the issue with the other two is that you get to reduce the variance, and so you meet in the middle and you simply allow side decking as we do now currently, but we just need a major ban list that
Exactly! Fucking God! I can't believe Farfa is the smartest one here.
gets rid of these horrible toxic cards that auto win the game, and then
Love that.
everyone's happy.
Here's another question.
No, go
I
ahead,
have,
Gage.
though.
Go ahead, Gage.
Okay, here's another question I have though. Is like, do you think Yu-Gi-Oh from the very start has been printing cards specifically with the idea of a side deck in mind? Like, can you imagine how many cards become unplayable in a best of one or an unside deckable scenario? If you have light imprisonings in your permanent deck list, like you are a serial killer.
Oh,
I think that's a
no,
net
I never
good,
got
though.
to play
Like,
light
when have you
imprisoning
enjoyed a
American?
light imprisoning game?
No, I think specifically
when I'm
the
not
argument.
playing a
Shadow
light
Mirror
blade.
becomes
When I'm the one-
useless. Oh,
the one
no.
flipping.
No, the argument for light imprisoning and shadow imprisoning is specifically that you would have to main deck it because that's the meta that you're expecting. Like if the meta is predominantly or practically entirely light based, then you would play light imprisoning mirror in a deck that doesn't get hit by it.
No, I think especially in a format where a diverse format where
Right.
a lot of meta decks are there are a lot of meta decks and
But the question
each deck counters one another.
I
You definitely need a side deck because without it, it's kind of difficult, right? You're expecting one matchup, then the other matchup comes in and you get blown
for
out.
Joseph. So you don't like the idea of a side deck because you get to just side in these blowouts because you know if you're going first or second.
I don't know. I think we really need to also stop trying to be so discriminatory against certain strategies. Because sure, floodgates, there are definitely like floodgates that are hated by everyone. Okay, sure, let's at least like ban that. But Lightning Storm, Raigeki, Dark Hole, like when you go towards that cards, then it's a controversial field. And if you go around the hitting on certain strategies just because they're good, then that kind of discriminatory and complainatory mentality is just going to ruin the game.
Seconds.
Because sometimes it's not about the game quality that determines fun. It's your own mentality that determines the fun. And sometimes maybe your mentality is wrong. Maybe you should change your mentality. Maybe the game is actually just fine and your mentality is the one that has to change.
Games 2 and 3. How would you feel if moving forward Yu-Gi-Oh announced like a rule change or something like that? You get to side, but you have to die roll between each game. Would you feel
fuck
better?
that.
I would.
But you have to die roll between each game. Would you feel
fuck
better?
that.
I would. If,
No, I completely disagree. The loser has to go. The loser has to choose. It's way more balanced than that. And also, what do you mean? Die rolls are like not skill based.
if that
No,
rule happened,
I don't agree with it, but it feels like that's what
Yeah.
Joseph would like as an alternative to just canon
Master
side decking as
Duel.
a whole.
if that
What
that
happened
rule
before
happened,
this
I would
camera?
just kill myself. I would just
There
shoot
you go.
myself.
What?
The woods,
What,
bro. To the
what on
woods.
earth? No, absolutely. What? Now I've lost 2 die rolls in a row and I lose. Great.
I know.
Well,
the
that's,
worst thing
that's
about
the big
that.
thing, right? Because your big problem that you had with side decking was that you know what.
Yeah, that's the problem with certain cards. I have problems with certain cards, but in all honesty, when you're playing with online with randos, they rarely come up.
Whether you're going first or second before you side. But
No,
now
no,
I've
no,
suggested
no.
you something that is like that takes that away,
No,
and you're not.
sorry,
down for it,
Farfa's-
so I'm curious.
Farfa.
Like, I have been playing online, and honestly, I haven't seen that many people like flip Tikabo and Rivaler and Gozen on me, you know? And even if they did, like, it's fine. If I can't out it, then I guess I wasn't skilled enough.
Me down to a T. He's read my mind.
Just,
The problem I have is
don't
that
know, bro.
once you know if you're going first or second, Yu-Gi-Oh printed a bunch of cards that say if you're going first or second, you win the game on the spot. If you ban all those cards, I think side decking is really good.
I don't know who's having a fake take. Here.
Gage is the imposter.
Okay, I
I-
think AB is definitely a real one. Fafa might be fucking it, but I don't know. I don't know, this character has been asking questions and didn't express his own opinion at all. It would be really fucking weird if Gage was the imposter. Because here's the thing, my understanding of Gage is that he's a very open-minded person. He's okay with Maxi, he's okay with Floodgates, and even now he's kind of defending Floodgates. But just because, you know, you are okay with he's not trying to like troll and
Well, I don't-
he mess with the majority of people or trying to be a contrarian here. I think he's just a very open-minded person who's okay with Maxi, who's okay with Floodgates, and that's fine, that's great. So an open-minded person should also be okay with sideboards.
I don't.
has them.
I don't.
We know they don't have.
I think it's this encoder.
Yeah, I don't think anybody
If there even is an imposter.
be an imposter.
Good talk. Honestly, I think that's
yeah,
really.
like, sorry. I don't like.
I mean, it
having
could
that-
also be Farfa, because playing Subway Surfers is such a good way to divert attention from yourself. I mean, I guess it's a method you can use to not talk.
Like the
Because if you keep talking, you might expose yourself as the imposter.
farthest thing I think from a decent idea is like I don't like Kevin. That is like the farthest thing I think from a decent idea is like you re-roll in between because like Joseph.
Farfa is
Imagine
trolling so
you
hard.
missed the first die roll and you go
I think Farfa might be the imposter also. He's acting really weird.
second.
It might be
You
Farfa.
missed the second die roll and you go second.
Yeah, I
And
hate that
and
too.
I
I
think
completely
there
hate
are
that.
cards
I
out in between because like Joseph said, imagine you missed the first die roll and you go second, and then you missed the second die roll and you go second.
Yeah, I
And
hate that
and
too.
I
I
think
completely
there
hate
are
that.
cards
I
that
just-
like there's no cards that like I think auto say win going second, but I think like going first has always been like,
Reboot was-
way better, strictly better. And then
Yeah, going first is really OP in you.
Yeah, yeah.
Always has been.
And
But
they
that's
keep
why
printing
they
cards and
printed
making
so
going
many
first better.
apps.
It's great.
This is why they printed so many absolutely beyond fucked cards because pole siding. If you
Yeah,
drop
then they banned
reboot,
them. Red
Yeah,
Reboot is banned. Lightning Storm is semi-limited. It makes no fucking
Semi.
sense.
But I think also we're at
Yeah.
a point where you might have to just like, if you literally want to remove those cards, like you have to ban them. Can you know how like frustrating is that a card like Thrusts exists? Like with these type of
Yeah,
cards we're talking
yeah,
about now.
yeah.
Thrust
Like,
is
I feel
worth
like
going first,
I just
if
I don't
anything.
know. I think Gage is also complaining too much. I think Gage is not the type to complain this
Like
much.
how's Thrust exist?
Well,
when we
Is it
have these
Thrust
like
is
one
worth
of
Okay,
the
so-
going first though? No.
Actually,
objectively, I think like the card is like all around like in a vacuum. Unbelievable.
Thrust is crazy.
One of the
I
best
don't know. I think
unbelievable card,
I think
yeah.
Thrust is fine. I think ideally, in a world in which we don't have side decks, the role of cards that are good, like
There's nothing wrong with Thrust. What do you mean?
going second, but maybe you won the die roll or
Like,
something,
it's a strong card, but Tier Limits is also strong, and I think that deck's pretty dope.
are these modular cards like Thrust and Talents and Forbidden Droplets that have like application going first, but are crazy good going second. Like that's I think how you can account for the variance of the die.
Yeah, I think that's in all honesty, I think that's a really great card design. Just cards should be both great going first. What I'm trying to say is that every single card should be a quick play spell or a monster for quick play effect. You know.
even in a format without sideboards.
And every single trap card should be like Imperm, where you can activate it on the first turn.
I'm gonna be honest. I cannot imagine Yu-Gi-Oh without a side deck.
And in a second,
I just feel like if you
I think it's far. It's far.
cannot side deck in Yu-Gi-Oh, to me, like that's, I feel like tournaments would be a sack fest more than they are already.
Like
Just in the sense-
yeah, I mean Disney Gold is like bringing up weird topics, but he doesn't exactly like feel sus.
That you'd have to like main deck all these
the
like
wrong
weird
matchups and
shits.
stuff.
And yeah, the moment you get a bad matchup, it's like, well, GG's, I do not have it. Like
That's metagaming,
if you're playing
though,
a
right?
deck,
That's already true.
Yeah, I will say actually,
More or
though,
less.
one thing that you look back at this game maybe a decade ago, and I think this outlook would have been completely different. Like I think it's only as of like currently in the last like few years that we've
Yeah.
seen these cards that like trap trick into a pointer. Oh, okay, GG, or like into like dimensional barrier and stuff like that. Like I've been playing a lot
Yeah,
of-
I mean I know Gage also doesn't complain a lot,
That
but
is-
I think he's complaining specifically because the others kind of MBT especially kind of forced his hand.
recently, and there's like cards like Light Imprisoning. I got shit on by fairies, dude. The guy summoned Christie and I flipped Light Imprisoning. It didn't do anything. I got my
Yeah.
shit rocked still. So there's no cards in like Edison format side decks that auto win you any game.
Even more than you, there aren't any cards that auto win you the game. Especially in Shizu format, for example, there wasn't any auto win. Okay, there was a Pistoler, I guess, but aside from that, there wasn't anything else.
And the format's so diverse that you can't.
And even in this current format, it's like the format is so diverse. Like Iris Hard Pass isn't going to win you the game.
Yeah.
I think
the biggest
a
problem-
side deck in those scenarios.
Like, he's strong,
is
but, like-
fantastic. But we've hit
I
a
feel
point.
like-
I think. Go ahead. I'm sorry. I'm rambling.
I feel like this whole discussion and this whole topic kind of stems from like the real root of it, as the issue being that going second sucks, and to compensate that you have to print absolutely busted cards, but when you do draw those cards it's fucked. So it's like, really, I feel like the problem is with Yu-Gi-Oh is going second is really bad. How do you make Yu-Gi-Oh better for going second without having to sort of print all of
I
these
think- I
absolutely
think-
I
insane
mean,
cards?
I think they should just ban the stupid broken going first cards. That's the only way, I think. I mean, of course, it's not the only way. They can definitely print great going second cards. Cards like Dark Ruler No More is also great. I think a stronger version of Raigeki will be great.
I think Yu-Gi-Oh should become a 3-player game so that going second is better than going third. So then there's no more complaining.
But then going third is so bad, dude. So we have to introduce the fourth duelist.
I think like when decks really focus on just hand traps though, and it's like hand trap type metas, I think sometimes those are really good ones. The
Yeah, I think Gage is onto it. Like cards like Harness are like great card design. Ash Blossom, great card design. You know,
ones that like
like great going first, great going second.
the boards that don't auto lose to evenly matched or a lightning storm. Like I think the ones where they're like, okay,
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, if your deck also kind of lose to like evenly matched, I think you should improve your deck. Maybe even more than I don't know, Balfader.
or you can even play around
Oh yeah, I kind of coping, but whatever. Balfader doesn't help. What am I
they
saying?
can still make like an efficient turn one. I think the ones where they're like, okay,
But even then, evenly like is fine because you still lose your battle phase. Just don't overcommit, bro.
or you can even play around those types of things and still make like an efficient turn one board, like a Rise Hard Pass, right?
I think probably what I would say in general, though, is that, and I really appreciate that we're able to have this discussion, because as little as a couple of years ago, it would have just been like, no, you're fucking wrong, you dumb, bad Andy. I think we are kind of isolating that there are formats where the side deck is absolutely critical and super good for the game, like Edison, like Gage is saying. And there are formats where the side deck might actually be like a pretty toxic part of Yu-Gi-Oh! Like branded Despia Sword Soul format comes to mind.
Branded Despia Sword Soul? What's wrong with that format? I mean, was Tickable in like the other trap floodgates played?
Which is weird. It's weird to be like,
I guess Mystic Mime is also there, I guess.
yeah, this permanent feature of the game sometimes makes the game a lot worse.
My
I don't
closing
disagree.
statement for this is
It's the cards. And even then, like, you can predict what your opponent is going to side into.
the side deck is great and integral, when you're trading 1-for-1 and using resources, but as soon as you have floodgates and blowouts, the game is worse. And until we get
Fafa's just acting weird. I think I'm going to
rid of those cards,
say Fafa.
hopefully one day.
Like, if he's kind of a big brain, if he thinks Subway Surfers, playing Subway Surfers is going to make him less, look like a less imposter.
They'll recognize that floodgates and blowouts like that are just not healthy. I guess we're just gonna have to suck it up, but that's what I think.
Yeah, I don't disagree. I think we're all kind of in agreement on this one, despite the fact that some of us like side deck and some of us don't. I think we
all came
have
to a
that.
nice little consensus. Yeah.
We all
Did we ever
come to
like
the
this
consensus.
series when we had an imposter, bro? I feel like we just
Yeah,
argued all the time.
I think the better version of
I feel
this
like this
series
was
just
a
doesn't
good
have the
discussion.
imposter.
Like, I feel
Yeah.
like
We should make a podcast. Chat, if we get Joseph to 10,000 subs, we're making a podcast.
Chat, if we get to 50 million subscribers, we're bringing back magical hats, but no
Let's
imposter.
go.
Bro, what, you guys came back. What do you mean?
All right, bye-bye.
Oh, there was
Bye.
no imposter.
Bye-bye.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fafa's
I
just
was the
being weird.
imposter the whole time.
He's just like, yeah, we had one. It was me.
Okay, great. Okay. I mean, yeah, if you want, but it's a problem if you only consider it to be a problem. Sometimes blowouts are fine because, yeah, you have short matches that don't like tier mirrors. Yeah, they could also do that. Honestly, this could just be a podcast. Maybe it's even better, like spreading things like that. Not spreading things like that, you know? Hey, it's me. Haha. Hello. Hey, Aaron. Nice to see you there. Maybe it's even better. Hey, Aaron. Okay. Okay. What am I going to do? Okay, wait. I think I need to know. Maybe there's some other Ruby. Oh, shh. The thing is that there might be some copyrighted content on some Ruby stuff, but I don't know. I was wondering, like, should I like watch any more Ruby content? And to be honest, I'm kind of getting sick of all the bad Ruby takes. I don't know. I kind of committed, didn't I? I mean, why should I even watch Judgmental Creator? Like, what's so special about Judgmental Creator, right? Uh, Sometimes I just kind of don't know what to watch. Maybe I should just watch some fighting game tournaments. That's kind of fun. Yeah, you can kind of see what I enjoy. Yeah, you watched this yesterday. It was pretty cool. Ba 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 ba. Man, I kind of want to watch this Let's Play, but I also already played Virtuous Last Reward, and I also watched other people's Let's Play. It's kind of redundant. Hmm. Kind of surprised that they don't do more video essays, but yeah, podcast, pretty cool stuff. It's just that I don't give a shit about Katekyo Hitman Reborn. I am probably going to watch their Bleach commentary, but I think I already heard the Soul Society one. There's only one video I didn't watch. Okay, let's look at the Trash Taste Boys. Wow, did they try to shoot? Awesome, okay. Americans, great.
A good portrayal.
Okay, yeah, I was watching this. So guys, we're going to continue this
You
from
know,
the...
telling a story of what Spider-Man is meant to be.
We're going to continue this from the midst part.
Like, have you played the Spider-Man
Because I also watched this portion.
games at all?
No, they're only on PlayStation.
Oh, well, you have one now. You have
I have
one
a
now.
PS5.
Yeah.
I don't fucking play Spider-Man.
Yeah, I think the Insomniac games does a very
It looks great. It's probably plays great too. I just
very
didn't
good
play.
job at portraying
Don't
the
have a PS4.
kind of character that Spider-Man's meant to be. Because I think Tobey Maguire, I agree. I really do love the original Spider-Man movies, but Tobey Maguire is just a little bit flat to me. Like Spider-Man's always meant to have had this kind of like arrogance, a little.
I
bit
like him though. I don't. Yeah, I'm not shitting on him. I'm just like, you know.
I don't know about that because, yeah, I mean, I can get it. Like if you don't personally like it, but I think there's just so many different interpretations of Spider-Man, and I don't think it's just because Tobey Maguire is a bad actor or anything. If anything, Spider-Man really kind of proves that he is a pretty dang good, great actor. Like it's just the direction is pretty much. You should play the nice guy until Spider-Man 3.
a little bit of quirkiness to him and everything like that. Which,
if it was Robert Pattinson, Spider-Man.
Well, that's just your
That
personal
would be. I'm just saying he would crush it. I'm just.
like my favorite Spider-Man was the Spider-Man I grew up with, which is like the original '90s Spider-Man card.
Yeah, the Spider-Man cartoons are pretty amazing. The only problem is that it's been so long since I watched it, and I also didn't watch all of it, only parts of it. So it's like, but every time I watched it, I really liked it.
That to me is the OG goated Spider-Man.
But as far as movies are concerned, I still think the remake movies are fantastic. Even in regard, even like the new movies are like the effects and the animations on the suits and stuff are great, but I don't know. I think the story of the Raimi trilogy is fantastic.
The big difference between Spider-Man and Batman to me was I felt like I could actually relate to Spider-Man as a character, whereas Batman was always just this super uber cool thing
What was more, more
Yeah.
relatable to Spider
I mean, Batman himself is a very cold character, to be honest.
Man?
That's also why there's sort of a bit of a there's a distance between like Batman and the viewers because of that.
What about Spider-Man for you?
well,
He's really also like silent character. He doesn't joke around. He's just, like super logical, and he also kind of represses his emotions a lot.
the fact that
He
he's-
delivers pizzas.
I was going to say, was it the radioactive Spider-Man?
Well, no, compare it to the both,
Yeah, yeah,
do
I
I
know.
relate more to a teenage superhero who's just trying his best to live a double life and just trying to get the fucking girl that he likes?
Okay, I already watched this. I'm kind of dumb. Let's go.
What are we?
I haven't seen. Oh my.
Wait, no, wait, what's going on? I didn't come over here to say this. Oh,
nervous all of a sudden. What the hell?
Yeah, cold one. This is S.
You guys know how to podcast, right? It's like almost like you have a podcast.
I don't know how to do it sober.
All right, so this is actually part one of the Cold One's Trash Taste collaboration.
Yeah.
We have not had any beers or alcohol yet, but I'm sure on your set we're going to be having plenty.
We'll be having them on your set.
I brought some.
Oh, you brought some. Okay,
Yeah.
I guess we're starting
Can you
early.
grab some out of that fridge? The can.
We're just getting started.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
I can't do it sober, man. Like I can't talk to a camera.
So this is going to be the less drunk version, I guess.
Pass them around.
Yeah, it's
Oh.
Oh wow, what is this? Oh wow. Oh, it's in. You got some katakana in there too.
Yeah, we had to put 1% sochu in it just so we could put the Japanese writing on it, and it was fucking expensive.
Hell yeah, nice.
Pass
These,
it around.
these ones are being
Good.
changed.
Ooh.
These are the wrong.
Thank you very much.
I don't even know who this
Is
is.
it like
Orange
peach color?
It needs to be like
Okay, can you guys talk?
One of the two.
It's
Plea grog or like what?
Good or good?
yeah, good old
yeah,
good.
yeah, well, there's no word that's.
Well, grog's barely an English word.
Yeah.
It's a specific kind. Yeah, we just call all alcohol grog.
I
Okay.
thought I understood Australia more than I did. Today I went to go and get like a plug adapter, and then I went and I was looking at the aisles, and there was a thing called globes, and I was like, "Whoa, that's impressive! They have a whole aisle for globes." And so I go to this aisle, and I'm like, "Where the fuck are the globes?" And I realized they're talking about light bulbs.
I've never heard that before.
I've never
bro.
heard that.
Sorry,
I've never heard
yeah. What? Someone calling a light bulb a globe. What?
Glow. Oh, I see.
Globes?
I
call them
Why the fuck
I
is
just
it
call
called a
them bulbs.
globe?
Yeah, bulbs.
Yeah, I was like, why are you changing?
bulb is more common.
And there was something-
And it's a better word.
Okay, I don't know. Can you
Maybe
tell
it's
what
that something that's
it
specific to the
said
show.
Manchester. What was that?
What kind of store did you walk into, bro?
What was
You,
that?
you went to a Woolworths, right?
It was Woolworths. It said Manchester. It's just a bunch
Manchester
of,
Globe.
no, it's like books. It was like notepads. I was like, what the fuck is? We just like, what is this shit?
That's your problem. You're describing an aisle I'd never walked down. Like,
okay. All right. I
pen
thought-
and paper?
I don't read.
I just
Fuck that.
I thought you would know. You're Australian, and I guess not.
Obviously, I don't know because I'm drinking too much of this shit.
Well, you've had one fucking sip already, but
Drunken half of it. What are you talking about?
oh my god!
You
But
just
before we
challenged him.
get into it, we should probably just in case if there's anyone in our audience who don't know who you guys are, do you guys want to introduce yourselves to our audience?
Yep. Chad, go ahead. Drink alcohol.
Oh,
Do funny.
That's
Put on camera.
Yeah.
Edit.
cool.
We've got a channel and
I'm sure a lot of people who would kind of watch this would know of you if they like YouTube, because you guys have been around for a very long time,
Yeah.
doing various stuffs on the
I'm
internet in
fucking
one way.
OG, bro.
You are an
Just
OG.
like this man.
Yeah, how many years have you done it now, Max?
My first video was 2007.
Whoa, awesome stick animation. I actually kind of did one of those.
Your original some of your original prank calls were some videos I took inspiration from when I did start. 'Cause I did prank calls when I first
Really?
started. Yeah,
I did not like that.
but way more cringe. I did it as anime characters. So,
Yeah,
so
I think
that's what I
mine are
did.
pretty bad to look back on. I think if I was doing
Prank calls
anime-
don't age well.
Yeah.
they just
Yeah.
don't. It's just like I'm harassing someone.
Yeah. I mean, Connor tried to. I watched those videos and they're pretty funny, but at the same time, I feel like Connor like tried to justify his prank calls so much. Like, oh, these people I'm calling towards are scammers. You know, like, where's your proof, dude? Yeah, be like a detective. Show me your proof that these people are scammers.
It's everything you do when you're younger and you think this is so funny and you age out of it. You're like, wow.
Like, how does? Okay, I think Connor might have actually lied. That's kind of BS. If he's like feeling guilty here now, like, did he lie about the people here was calling to were scammers?
Yeah, fuck. I was like,
He said because Connor did say he was only calling and pranking scammers and not nice normal people.
It's okay. You have your arc, right?
yeah, I wanted to.
But yeah, I think it was fucking hilarious. So who cares?
If I was gonna go back to
And the damage wasn't even that big, but it's not really great.
main channel, I wanted to do like a thing where I would go to some of those businesses that I completely fucked with and maybe do like a full video where I go, hey, I'm sorry for doing
Like
this.
a redemption.
Hey guys, I'm taking revenge. Revenge is so fun.
I'm sorry for fucking your company up. Here's
They'd be like,
$10,000.
who are you? I
Well,
don't know you.
there's one specifically I know I'd start with, which was Lord of the Dings, which was like a
Car repair store.
yeah, and
Oh no, I kind of misinterpreted, but yeah.
Car
it's-
detailing.
Lord of the Dings.
Wait, it's like a very local, like a local store.
Yeah, it was just some. Yeah, usually I'd beep the names out of the stores that I'd call because I didn't want them to get any shit. But
Yeah.
this video sort of hinged on the fact that the name was called that or something, so I didn't remove it. And then people started. They got like a
Oh,
lot of
no.
harassment to the point
Oh,
where
shit.
it was on like the local news. And then the guy was just, he was being interviewed by the news saying like, oh, my company's fucked. Like, all these fuckers are calling me and constantly I can't run my business.
Sam Asal named his crash repair business Lord of the Dings 9 years ago for a laugh.
You come down here, I'll quote your head with a rock, mate.
Sam reported the calls to police but was simply advised to change his number.
Jesus.
But he was a as well.
Wait, okay, so when is the redemption? How does this work? You just call him a.
You go to the company, just like, by the way, you're a
Anyway, yeah, I'd maybe want to do something with him. Be like, hey, sorry for that, bro.
after all those years.
Here's some money to change the name of the company because I think he still has the same name.
Then obviously it's still doing well. He probably did him a favor.
Yeah, maybe.
I was too scared to call British ones, so I just called American companies because I thought, what are they going to do?
Like that you'd get in
Extradite me?
trouble.
Yeah, like.
Yeah, I mean, like honestly, I'm gonna out us for a second because when we had the idea to start a podcast for ourselves, we were like, I don't know what the fuck we're doing, and we're gonna be honest, half of our like direction was just let's just look at cold ones and just fucking copy what they're doing.
Didn't you send a clip in the
Oh, I
chat? Because
see.
obviously we're doing you guys next. So he was. I don't research. He does the research. I just
Oh, no,
drink.
this is the first
Yeah.
episode.
And Max like linked the clip from the first episode, and it's you saying that. Yeah, we're just gonna drink on this constantly. And
We didn't.
but
And we did it.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? You tell me you're a YouTuber. You're all YouTubers, and you don't constantly drink.
Well, yeah, we
Cocaine
do.
addictions, then.
Okay, no. We would be imprisoned super fast in
Yeah.
Japan.
Oh yeah,
with
shit,
that.
Japan. I mean, not
Oh
cocaine
yeah, Japan.
addictions.
Not even that I want to, by the way. I just want to preface that I do not want to, but even if I did, we would be fucked.
Yes.
One sec. Does anyone got a tissue? He's got a hang boogie. It's pissing me off. Oh, you get it? Oh, yuck. Yuck. You
So-
were waiting for the tissue, brother? He's got it. Don't worry. He doesn't need a tissue. On
the bat in the cave.
Speaking
is
of-
out.
No!
I would like one, thank you.
I got it. I'll take a tissue.
There you go.
Speaking about drinking, as that is a huge part of your brand. You know, as you get older, you do worry. You're like, man, should I drink less? Do you ever have a concern where you're like, man, maybe we would just fucking drink way too much on this show?
Maybe you should stop,
specifically
drinking that much. Honestly,
Me, a lot, actually.
it's not great. Plus, I also don't feel like
have been.
I don't know. I kind of like being sane. You know, I don't like drugging myself. Is what I'm trying to
Having
say.
that, like, battle.
Like I'm such a workaholic. I guess I never really considered it myself, but I guess I really do work a lot, and I really hate it when I kind of like lose the ability to think straight.
Like,
Yeah.
realization, because I'm 28 now.
Yeah.
And
it actually like I don't. I love drinking. I still love drinking. I love.
I do too. I do too.
I love.
I mean, we're doing it now, man.
I can't like express how much I love drinking, but I hate drinking and then having to like worry about work because we drink.
Yeah.
It comes like an end of recording. I'm worried. I'm like, oh, did this go right? Oh, did I say this? Like, oh, did I upset this
I
person?
mean, sure. I guess that's there, but more than that, I don't know. I just, yeah, I guess I am kind of worried about work too, but I don't know. I just don't like. I don't like the taste of how most liquors taste. And to be honest, I don't know. I don't know. I just don't like. I like being sober.
Yeah, you don't.
I just don't like how like fucked I get.
Yeah.
Like unstable.
Yeah, and like I'm drunk, but I'm trying to work at the same time. So it used to be a lot easier because it'd just be three of us. It'd be like me, Scott, and Max.
Yeah,
right. Filming these videos, and now we've got like a whole production team. Like we got editors, we got like a fucking writer, and they're all there. And it's like I can't get drunk and then like try call the shots because I'm fucking drunk. So
yeah.
What about the health?
Yeah, I wondered if there's like I mean any kind of approach to it. Like, is it health? Is there like a business? You know, is there a thing of like, hey, we can't do this for like 10 more years?
Yeah.
Like,
the health thing, I don't really care if I die. but there is. I definitely have had the conversation with myself. Like, I think there's some weeks where I've gone, we can't drink that much this week because I like feel like shit, and we've definitely dialed it back. Like we still drink a lot, but like. When we started, it was like every episode was like a blackout. Like we went.
Now it's sort of just like
get tipsy.
Which episodes are the ones that you need to drink in? Then because
it's because the content is just like not as engaging.
Because there's stuff that the content is turning children's toys into drinking games or something like that.
That makes sense.
I see.
Celebrity alcohol and stuff.
Right.
Yo, wait, dude, that guys, I think I might have watched them honestly. Wait, where is their channel? I should know. Did you guys not put their channel in your description? Where is it? Bro, you did not put it.
Yeah, trying celebrity alcohol. Everything else that's not
I think
now we try to basically remove it from.
So you kind of just like sprinkle it throughout the schedule, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't watch it, but I did watch channels that try to like anime channels where they watch anime and drink.
This one. Also, we're just getting like slightly
I still
tipsy.
really like socially drinking. I love socially drinking.
Yeah.
Right. So I don't want to and I can't do it more than once a week because I'm older. I'm hangovers last for days. Like another thing is if I drink on a Thursday, I write off my next day. So like,
bro, same here. That's when I stopped having to like. Calm down the drinking as well. I remember so vividly, like when I was like in my early 20s or something, I was like drinking and my cousin's like, you're going to know when you're old when a hangover lasts more than one day. I'm just like,
I didn't know that could happen. That was fucked up when I found out that happened.
I was like, yo, bet, I'm never going to get old. And I remember I was like 26 or something. And
exactly, like the stipulations are just like so bad when drinking. You get a hangover. Like I don't even know how hangovers feel because I like drank never. I guess I never really drank that much. I don't like the taste either. I don't like how it like kind of like burns everything inside when I drink.
The day afterwards, I'm like, fuck. Oh shit, he was right. I'm getting old.
So yeah, I never even had a hangover. To be honest, I did get drunk once or twice. And it feels like shit, you kind of like can't think straight. And if you're like kind of thinking straight and kind of like aware of what's going on, you just lose balance and your body just gets fucked.
And it's like now now I'm 30 and I'm like, fuck, I can't.
You're 30?
I'm 32.
You're fucking old, bro. What the fuck?
I don't want to hear that from you.
Shit, I'm so sorry.
So sorry.
He looks the youngest out of all of us, though. It's not fair.
I mean,
I'm not as young as his Sasuke ages, but yeah.
Are you the youngest?
You're the youngest.
Yeah, I'm 26.
Yeah.
He's the youngest.
Oh my god, Connor's like he's only a few years older than me.
He's the youngest. He's the middle child.
Same age as you.
Yeah.
I can't believe Connor's like near my age. Like he doesn't look anything. He looks so older than me.
Yeah.
It's the freaking European. the Europe, the English genes, man. Like,
Yeah, I guess
making
so.
you look old and stuff. So,
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I guess so.
Sorry, brother.
We're white. We age horribly. We age like they got Asian genes. It's unfair.
I don't know. I have not. I mean, I don't think I have. I look at photos of me from 10 years ago. I'm like, I still look the same.
It's fucked up.
I don't feel the
No,
same.
you don't.
You don't
Well,
think
the
so?
beard did wonders for you, though.
Yeah, that covers
Yeah.
up all the fucking battle scars.
Wait, how old are you, Max?
30 soon.
Oh, okay. I think you
Oh.
said 32 there. I was like,
No,
oh.
almost 30.
That's crazy though, because to think of like you mentioned, like you started doing YouTube in 2007. That's
Yeah.
yeah. Okay, that's very young.
Yeah, that makes sense.
We've known each other for 11 years now.
Did you guys meet through YouTube?
Chad can tell you how we met.
Oh,
Okay.
I follow him on Facebook when he used to have a Facebook. This was before Twitter was a thing.
I basically just had like a normal Facebook account that I was
You
like,
just, like, add me.
everyone
Yeah.
on my YouTube add me on Facebook. It was literally just that until it reached like the cap. Or
I
whatever.
just commented on his thing. I was like, "You want some Diablo gold?" And then
Sorry, you said that again.
I said, "You want some Diablo gold?"
What's you oh my god!
Diablo
I was
Gold.
bribed
playing,
him?
I
You
was playing
bribed him?
Diablo at the time or something, unrelated. And then, Chad commented on one of my statuses or something like, "Do you want some gold?"
Yo, you're a huge gamer, right?
I still
But you-
am.
Yeah.
He's a double Warglaive
I'm
warrior.
a double Warglaive warrior, bro.
Right, yeah, like MMOs, right?
Yeah, I still play MMOs. It does nothing.
That's-
I'm getting older. I
that's
can't,
DJing, dude.
I can't play games as good as I used to.
What do you mean that's good?
oh shit! I kind of get that. I really am kind of afraid of that, to be honest. More than anything,
I used to be great at
like being able to like play certain games and be good at it, and then like when you get older, your reaction speed just gets slower.
League. I queued up for a game of League the other day. Fucking, I can't play for shit. I was like, what happened to my brain? Oh, the alcohol. The alcohol.
Yeah, the
that's
alcohol.
You gotta drink one before getting in the queue.
So yeah, and I still play like MMOs because it's more of like a social thing because like
Yeah.
all my
Yeah.
guildies are all like Melbourne
Yeah, when you have friends playing MMOs is kind of cool, I guess. But man, even if you have friends, you should play Yu-Gi-Oh, dude. Come on.
based. We're still like really good like players, and we kill it every weekend. And
That's
The thing with MMOs is just like you press the button. It's so level dependent,
like World of Warcraft
like not skill dependent, unfortunately.
and stuff. Like sounds fun when you like actually get like meaningful kind of friendships and bonds from it.
oh, we did like a guild meetup for Wrath of the Lich King launch, and we like
Yes, that sounds
But I
fun.
used to play MMOs when I was a kid, but I really got bored of it.
B
That sounds
like,
that sounds
hell
so
yeah.
fun.
hot tub and
Yeah.
like cocaine and like we were like we just did a 3-day binge of like fucking playing like World of Warcraft, and that was good.
Yeah, maybe World of Warcraft was pretty fun too.
Isn't that like
Yeah, it definitely looks great. I actually saw a few gameplays of it.
some of my like closest friends, and there's some people that I've known in my guild for like 15, 16 years, even longer than that. Yeah,
Right.
So yeah, it's kind of
Okay, so you sent Max a message asking if
Oh,
he
yeah.
wanted some gold.
yeah, and then you
And
know
then-
we connect, and I lied through my teeth and ended up meeting him, and
You didn't give him the gold?
Chad
I gave him the
literally
gold.
lied.
I got- I gave him the gold.
Why? What did you lie about?
I said, yeah, man, I'm a fucking professional gamer, brother. Like,
He literally said that. To make himself seem interesting enough for me to like care. I think he was like, "Oh, I just got done playing like League in Japan or something,
Yeah.
something like that."
I don't think Japan has pro games.
You said some shit about
Does
how you
Yeah.
literally toured around like or some shit because you played so well and you were like almost pro.
But I was good at League, but I was
Yes, the
And I
one
was
country
like,
on earth they don't give a
cool.
fuck about.
Yeah.
League.
Yeah.
And then we met, and then because I came here because I had family that lived in Perth, and then I flew there, and then I went back home for a little bit and like finished like school and shit like that, and then I moved back to Perth. I kind of like I grew up in like a small town. I didn't want to be there anymore.
Yeah.
So I like just was speaking to Max still, and then I ended up flying back to Perth, and then
Well, you're both from Perth, right?
no, I'm from Queensland.
Oh, you're from Queensland.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. And then we just kept in contact, and then
Yeah.
he started
And then
using me as a guinea pig. In
well, we
videos.
needed like a meat mogul. We needed like a
A human
we
experiment.
needed someone for the Filthy Frank videos to
Whoa, that's the actual fire.
Was that okay? I'm gonna ask.
That's where,
how did that come about?
That's where Chad's name came from. Anything for views is from a Filthy Frank video. He was the character as, hey, this is anything for views. Like he would do fucking anything.
Was there any kind of application process, or was it like, what will he do? Prove it, like hazing.
I know a guy. I know a guy who will probably do it.
Wait, wait.
I know.
Okay, wait. Well, how did this conversation come about? Was it like, what video were you making? You were like, all right, I need a guy to just do something fucking like.
What was the first video? Do you remember that you were in? Like the
first video I did was.
I don't think it was the.
I can't remember. I can't fucking remember.
Was it the PewDiePie tattoo one?
Can we get that out?
I think people like that was like the first video where the name was in it, but I was in some other videos of yours.
Right.
Oh yeah, that is where the character came from.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I couldn't tell you when the first video was.
Can we see the tattoo or?
Oh, I mean, can I show it?
Yeah, go ahead. Show it.
There's some more there that will like never
This
release.
is for the Patreon, by the way, guys.
My God. What are we?
I haven't seen.
No. Okay, thank you. That could have been very dangerous on YouTube.
Boys.
Not that I'm like have a problem with seeing ads, just YouTube.
Links in this.
Some
Okay, getting this my character
mind,
destroyed.
or you just like, I just got asked to do this weird thing. I'll just fucking do it. Or did you always want to kind of get a following? Of
I
some
never
sort?
wanted to do YouTube.
Okay.
I think I said that a lot. I wanted to stream. I wanted to be a streamer.
Well, you were right.
Oh, I
for a while.
was.
we can get into that later.
Yeah.
It's not really much.
Yeah, stream was pretty fun.
There's not much to get into. That website fucking sucks anyway.
Fuck those fucking.
Yeah, fuck this fucking overly progressive losers.
I mean, you can still stream. YouTube allows streams.
Yeah.
And honestly, I think their streaming ways is better. In all honesty, if you want to talk about streams and stuff, I think YouTube is just so much better than Twitch. In all honesty, like I'm sorry, it's the truth that the what's the fucking lives. That YouTube's live is just so much better. Like look all of this. Like there's so much like great thumbnail work on each, or all of them are VTubers. Yes, I watch VTubers. Pretty dope stuff. And like there you can do great thumbnails with it. There's already an inbuilt like all the Twitch stuff is there, and not only that, you actually have much more options compared to Twitch, and more than that, your VODs and your like Twitch streams are saved automatically and will stay there for basically forever. And Twitch deletes your VODs in 2 months if you're not partner. If you're just a regular person, they're going to delete all of your VODs in 14 days, which is ridiculous. So like, I really hate when I go into my Twitch and see that there's nothing in there because everything I did got deleted. I hate that. I hate that so much. You know? Yeah, YouTube is just better.
Yeah.
The only problem is that the copyright issues. YouTube should just go rogue and rebel against the copyright laws. Do the right thing, do the impossible, see the invisible. Row, fight power, break the unbreakable, break the copyright law. Row, fight power.
Stream on Twitch.
There's a lot more to it. Than
I know.
But obviously, I won't say it on camera. But yeah, that they owe me money. Like, so you know, fuck them. So no, they're alright. They're having a crack. But yeah, I wanted to be a streamer, and that was like where I started.
Well, I guess that it lines up more with kind of the MMO kind of sphere.
Well,
right?
yeah, I loved
yeah.
games, and I still played heaps of games, and I remember watching like Kriparian, if you know who that is.
Yep,
and,
I watched his Hearthstone.
Like, and like because I watched him back in Diablo Day when I was heavy in Diablo, so I was like, oh, I just want to be a fucking streamer. Like, I'm great at these games. I could do better if I like committed.
I'll do anything for views.
Yeah. Fucking streamer, like I'm great at these games. I could do better if I like committed.
I'll do anything for views.
Yeah, and then I did that, and then I started streaming, and then I kind of realized I didn't like playing video games on stream anymore. And then I was like, I'll do IRL, and then
I have a memory of clicking on one of your streams in the early days, and it said 0 viewers, or it said 1, but you were still narrating like, "Hey guys,
God, what? There's nothing wrong with practicing.
I know, but it's just like it's just funny to like think about that as
very
like
cute.
as a moment in time compared to like now.
But you click on like most streams that have like 2 views, and they are people just not talking because they're like, "Oh, no one's here, so I'm not going to talk."
That's a very big mistake, I think. I think talking to yourself is the most important thing because you know. Yourself is here.
yeah, exactly.
And I was basically doing what we're doing on Cold Ones. I was just getting drunk every night and like playing Mario Kart. And people, I don't know, for some reason, people love a really drunk guy playing Mario Kart.
And even with streaming and stuff, I still know people are going to watch it afterwards.
So that was like the first thing, and then I played some web.
And even if they don't watch it, I'm going to clip some of things, and like if certain funny things happen, I'm going to do it.
And I played some other games, and then I started. Then they brought out IRL, and then people like figured out there was an apps on the phone. It was scuffed as.
Yeah, I mean, it's still kind of
it's
a little bit scuffed, but it's gotten a lot better.
Yeah, but I was like, okay, so you're telling me I can get paid to take my phone out in public, be a nuisance, and get drunk? And people were like, yeah, I'll donate to see that. And I was like, fucking say less. Say less.
I mean, yeah, that first wave of IRL content was something. Well, it was something. It was definitely weird. Yeah. Really weird time.
There hasn't been anything like it since because it's like, I don't know.
It's
I know
the
you guys are the
climate,
same, but with like videos and streaming, every time you do something sort of innovating, because that's what it was at the time. It was like something new.
Yeah.
You have to one up yourself each time.
Yeah.
It's such a new thing. So that some people went down the wrong path, me being one of them. I know.
Yeah, that's the thing. Is like one up yourself. Like sounds great, but like it's very devastating in a lot of ways. Like you have to realize that hey, you shouldn't be greedy. You shouldn't like go after views and like all those crazy stuff all the time. You shouldn't be controlled by your greed for money and stuff like that. Sometimes you gotta like look at things in a healthy manner and realize, okay, I probably shouldn't do this if I don't want to. If I don't think this is the right thing to do for me.
Well, I mean, the IRL in general at that time was kind of all about drinking and swatting, and then trying to pick up girls or whatever. It was a really weird time. It's cleaned up a lot, luckily.
Yeah, thankfully.
So I'm someone who's not so in touch with like the streamer history.
This is a whole.
Can you break down what this era is for me, someone who doesn't know?
I mean, you pretty know better than me.
It was essentially an era where people were like loved observing other people's life through a camera. It was just like Big Brother 2.0.
Yeah, I mean, it's great. It's a very great thing, but there's also always a different types of laughs. People have to understand that, hey, not every single laugh is like the same.
Right.
There are a lot of, I'm like beating the shit up, or I'm like ridiculing or making fun of or hurting this person, and I'm enjoying hurting these other people and toying with them and like bullying them, I guess. That type of laugh is all around the world.
Like it was always degenerate.
Yeah, but it had to be degenerate. Like it had to be, or else it wasn't going to climb.
People wanted the train wreck.
Yeah, they wanted to watch the train wreck.
To see something fucked happen, and to pay for donations that is blasting.
You know what? I'm not going to like encourage that. Even if people really do are like attracted to negative stuff. And yeah, I guess in a lot of ways that's the case. Like sometimes I think, okay, maybe I don't have a face. I mean, I have a face cam. I probably should use it, and maybe it's because I thought that okay, maybe I'm not real talented or like maybe I'm not really talented, or what I'm doing is just wrong, and like I used to think that, but the more and more I look and analyze the reality, the situation of the matter, it's just that people are just so much of a dicks.
Huge sort of thing.
And when you're like, when your viewpoint is so much against the majority of people, you're always going to be left out, singled out
and
as a person.
Ice Poseidon did like an RV trip, and I was on one of them, and it's just a fucking train wreck. They like find people on the streets, like not on the streets, but they find like fucked people on the internet, and they're like, oh, let's just bring this train wreck of a because it's going to go south, it's going to be content. Yeah, it's not morally right, but they're like, but money, so
right.
Yeah, it's like Big Brother, but without like the whole vetting process. Yeah, it's like just get the just bring the fucking craziest dude
off
in.
The guy.
Yeah.
But obviously, now, because it was such a new thing, there was no rules for it, so you could get away with doing stupid shit like that. But now there's obviously hard rules on
Terms of
each platform.
services.
You can't do it anymore. But people are still trying to capture that old essence of it. Sam Hyde's doing
The fish tank.
a fish tank. It's the same thing. He's got a bunch of live cameras in a house 24/7. The other day there was just some guy jerking off on the couch. Like,
Yeah, that is definitely like early fucking Twitch days.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Is this kind of getting like a comeback from Kick? Because I've seen like articles every now and again. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, Kick is a very interesting situation, but I think all of this type of freedom of speech type of platforms are kind of doomed from the start, simply because Twitch, YouTube do allow a lot of freedom. And if that freedom that Twitch or YouTube is allowing isn't for you, isn't enough for you, then likely you're going to do some shitty shit. Now, of course, that's not always the case. I myself would like to watch hentai and review hentai or something like that. Unfortunately, I can't do that on YouTube, so maybe I'll do that on Twitter, on Kick, maybe,
kind of
you
like
know?
revital. I think a lot of those like IRL streamers
But even Kick probably doesn't allow that, so whoop-de-doo.
from back in that period
Yeah.
who were, you know, as a result, banned off Twitch.
Go ahead, go ahead.
Have
It's
now
good.
kind of like resurfaced
I
on
love
Kick
this.
because Kick, I feel like at least right now,
It's still
the
really new,
environment
right?
is kind of like just the Wild West.
Yeah,
well,
yeah.
it has to be because it's a new platform. They don't want to put all these rules in place.
Yeah,
yeah.
I think one of the main problems though is that when you have like content like that, it has to be viewer funded.
Yeah.
Because you can't rely on
Yeah.
brands, right? And
Yeah,
when
yeah,
viewer
of
funded, we're talking about way less money.
Well,
Yeah.
that's why Twitch started like pulling the
I think it's the thing. Viewers definitely should like give money to these people because nothing is truly free. You know,
Plug
like
in.
I'm
Yeah.
streaming now, but if you enjoy my content, or you should definitely pay me.
I mean,
it
you
was
have.
like,
Like even if everything I do isn't exactly your cup of tea,
Well,
you
yeah.
should still like pay me so that I don't find
not
another
making us
job.
more money.
Like YouTube is just not paying much, so I'm actually kind of like trying to become a programmer now.
Like-
So maybe I'll stop doing YouTube or stuff like that. You know, I really like programming. You know, game development. I really like writing. So maybe I can also go towards that direction.
running
Yeah.
an NVIDIA ad on the website.
Yeah.
or whatever, you know.
Yeah.
It's still
Like, what
accomplishing
was
the
that
same
clip
thing
of that
I
streamer in
wanted to do.
Japan who was just like making a nuisance of himself?
Guy, the
like,
guy
a
lived
tray?
in Japan for 8
Oh,
years.
Yeah,
He
it
was,
was like-
he was someone from
Oh, he was on-
Iceland.
yeah, he was on-
Oh,
yeah.
was he? I didn't know.
LP stream, yeah.
Yeah, because
Suspenders.
What's his name?
I can't remember what his name is.
I
That's
don't
his
fucking
name.
Yeah, that's his username.
Yeah.
I don't fucking know.
Suspend-
But yeah,
Yeah.
he was on. There was
he
like a
got
clip of him on a train because you have like text.
He didn't.
I did an IRL stream in Japan, but I wasn't fucked. I didn't do text to speech in Japan because I know that is
Yeah.
fucked up. I'm in a foreign country. I did IRL streams, had a lot of fun there, but
Yeah.
you can do text to speech donations on the shoulder, which
Yeah.
I used to do. But he had no filters on it, so it was playing like all this scuff, like
You just
heavy
felt like
bass.
Skrillex on
Yeah.
a train.
Yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
then just the thing that blew my mind is that he got in an altercation and then he'd been living there for 8 years and did
like,
not say a
"Speak
single.
English."
Yeah, he said speak fucking English. Like
No,
what
the best part was like the suspenders was like speak fucking English, and then the Japanese guy was like speak fucking Japanese.
And the guy,
like a total
and the
mode.
Japanese guy had like perfect English. Like he
Yeah.
said,
Yeah,
he
yeah,
said
yeah.
American.
He said that
This is
in
why you
English.
should also always do what you want to do. Never listen to other people.
Yeah.
I was like, hang on, why could the Japanese guy speak better English than you?
But it's like such a pathetic existence to do stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's like you're just you're just like a sad live leak wannabe.
Listen,
like,
bro,
it's
I
just-
was like 1 week away from becoming that. So, come on, let him grind.
Yeah, but
It's funny to watch. It's funny to watch.
That's the redemption.
You've had the
redemption.
redemption. How many people at the same time who went down that path would have had like turned it around? Like 0.1%.
No.
I didn't turn it around. I just got banned at a perfect time.
Do you think
It's like, right? Shit.
do you think getting banned kind of like helped though? Kind of may help you figure out a better direction?
I think it was a sign from God.
I might have been. It might have been.
That was like an actual.
Yeah,
Let me help you out.
I mean, yeah, it was just like a point in my life where I was like, oh, okay. Like, I moved to Melbourne after that, and I had some other stuff I was doing, and then met Scott,
Yeah.
who does cool shirts. He's like the cool shirts
Hell
guy,
yeah.
and he like helped direct our videos and everything like that. And then he was like, oh, let's do a podcast. It's fucking easy.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, I mean, why not? So we did a podcast, and then Max did one with me, and Max was like, oh, yeah, we did a full-time thing. And then COVID happened, like, oh, no more podcasts. And then now we do
Which
videos.
again was another like perfect thing because that was the only reason we stopped doing them really, and then started focusing on all the content that was supposed to be like the filler.
Yeah.
which is now the main point of
content.
and
Right.
you looked at Cold Ones, you would be like, this is like that's their main stuff.
Yeah.
But originally it was like it's.
I mean, there's
supposed to
only
be guest
so
episodes.
much as a podcast as we know as well that you can clickbait. There's only so many views you can get on like a 1 hour, 2 hour video.
Yeah.
Like, those 10-minute or 20-minute easy to digest videos with like really crazy shit happening. It's way easier to reach a bigger audience. But obviously it's a different product, right? So
Yeah.
Like it's an equivalent exchange. You put a lot of effort into one video, 10-minute video, and then it goes blow up. And all this 1 hour talk is sometimes, almost better sometimes, because it's also so funny watching Gigax videos like recently, because watching his videos is almost moot, unfortunately, because of trash taste, because everything he's going to say in his main channel video, he already talked about it on trash taste, and he talked about it on a lot of things on trash taste that he never talked about in his main channel. So it really is mind-boggling in some sense of the word.
How did the idea of Cold One?
It also kind of makes me think that, hey, maybe we shouldn't just care too much about the quality. Like, so long as you have a great video camera, a microphone. My microphone isn't great, and I don't have video camera right now. But if you have a great microphone and video camera, you don't need that much effort. You just gotta be yourself and talk about interesting stuff.
Was it like Scott's idea?
And you also can attract people that way. And I also kind of really like content like that too.
Or was it just...
Well, I mean, Scott, essentially was like, oh, I got this video idea where I really want to do. Because he wanted to do a video where we went on Fiverr and commissioned shirts. And then we did that one. And then the next video idea was yours, where you're like, oh, the Fiverr shirt video. So, well, let's order a bunch of shit. The next video idea was yours, where you're like, oh, the Fiverr shirt video. So, well, let's order a bunch of shitty drinking games off Wish.
Yeah.
And then we did that. And then those two videos did so well. We're like, why the fuck are we doing podcasts?
I do love milking Wish reviews.
Didn't we? Didn't we get crack pipes or something?
Yeah, from Wish. From Wish.
What was that? We got McDonald's bongs or something, and then didn't Wish tell us that there was a surge in sales for that item? Something, and then they were like, we want to sponsor you, or something like that.
So there was a Wish house in LA. I don't know if you guys ever remember that. Yeah, there was it was a TikTok thing, when TikTok. What? Google it. Wish house. Google. Who's got a phone? But there was Wish house. Make a Wish house. In LA, they did a Wish house, so they were sponsoring YouTubers for Wish. And it was a little bit after our video, and then I got a contact with them, and I was
I see this.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, hey, can you guys sponsor us? Because they started sponsoring a few people, and I don't think they've done it anymore. They never did it with us in the end.
This is the most generic.
I think I said something stupid to them. And they're like, oh, we really liked your video because of that. Our McDonald's bong had a really big surge. And we had thank God. And apparently all the drop shippers were making new Wish things, the McBongs on Wish.
Dude, keeping Wish alive, solely.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Because I feel like every YouTuber I know does Wish videos because they're just so fucking scuffed.
Yeah, that's the fucking whole it's you don't know what you're gonna get. It's fucking mystery packages.
It's great. It's great.
Is the Fiverr stage still going?
Yeah, Fiverr's still funny sometimes.
Fiverr's still
well, Fiverr tried to clean up the website a lot. I don't know if you guys.
No, we noticed.
Yeah.
They sponsored us too for one thing, and then a second one, and they never paid us.
Yeah, they gave me a budget one time, and I remember they were like, "No, you just do what you want." And then I think as I was going through the video, they were kind of looking at what I was ordering, and they were getting a bit nervous. They were like, "Hey, remember we said we could do what you want?"
Well, that definitely must have happened to ours then.
Well, yeah,
we had some horrific.
We got paid for the first one, and he was like, "Oh, maybe next time you can't do this," and I was like, fuck you.
Shut the fuck up.
I think I literally said to him on the call, fuck you. So
Wait, okay, I didn't say that.
He didn't tell me not to do another video. So we did another video with the referral link. Never heard from him again. And then he got fired.
Really
and then he got fired.
Right.
So.
We don't really care anyway. Obviously, we want to make stuff that's funny.
Yeah,
We're just going to use your website.
Well,
we don't need to sanitize the content just to get paid a little bit on top.
Yeah, they tried to rebrand the whole website to be more professional.
There's
focused.
so many scammers.
Yeah,
on the website.
every.
So we're all going to get fucking replaced by
Yeah, but
AI anyway.
unfortunate, but hey, if you pay for something, you should definitely be wary. I usually try to do everything for free.
I mean, half the
don't
shit,
think
half the shit on Fiverr is AI generated.
Bro, it's like it's only a matter of time before AI takes over like YouTube content. I mean, have you seen like the Balenciaga memes that have been going
Yes,
around?
Yeah, it's pretty dope.
Oh my god!
They're
And
so good.
ironically, I love those, but at the
so
same time,
good.
it terrifies me because
Yeah.
I'm like, do you remember that trend where?
I mean, yes, but it's also like it's redundant, and it's also like not human, right? Like it only became popular because it's, I don't know, it's very funny also, but at the same time, like I don't even know how it got popular. It's very meme materialistic. And just like every single meme, when you overdo it, people just kind of like get bored and leave.
YouTuber would just like take Reddit comments and just read them out, and they would get like millions of views.
We know a guy
However, I do admit that the AI voices and pictures have been great.
who lives right next to us, the office next to us, makes millions from it. So yes.
Yeah,
Reddit-
like
Reddit shit
it's
still,
only a
yes.
matter of time before you can just AI like a fucking.
Well,
script.
have you not like a lot of those true crime channels?
I mean,
now
that's kind of
That's
are
what he
all
got. True crime
AI
channel too,
voices.
yeah.
Have you noticed this?
Yeah.
I have not noticed that. no.
I think Cameo will be replaced.
Oh
by-
shit, yeah, that's probably true in a lot of ways. Like I have my bad microphone, my bad talking, and like stuff like that. Maybe if I just replace all my talking with AI voice, maybe my videos will do better. Who
AI,
knows?
like eventually.
Probably, yeah.
Like,
You could
entirely.
just
Yeah,
be.
we did a cameo video recently. The only good thing about it is we get a video with it, which is a bit hard to do with AI. But I was like, why don't we just fucking like use AI to do these voice actors' voices? Because they're not sending videos with us.
Yeah.
I think we're not far off being able to put anything you want into one all like encompassing tool that can because all the tools do exist already that can
You can make the
create
channel,
the
yeah.
whole video, mouse,
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah.
There will eventually be a thing which is just like an app. You
That
can
just does
put it
it.
in,
Yeah, yeah, like-
make
Yeah,
this
yeah.
celebrity say this, and then that whole business for
Because you don't need it to be
washed
the
up
celebrity.
celebrity.
Right?
Yeah, exactly.
Just someone who looks like Hank to say Among
Yes,
Us memes.
and
Like,
then these celebrities where that's like their secondary income because they used to do a famous show but they're not really getting paid any royalties now.
Yeah.
And they live off this. I think that's just going to be slowly phased out and replaced, and they're going to have to
Jeez.
I've noticed that
get a real job.
I started watching some channels that had like get a real job, like drink on a podcast, like get a real job.
Yeah.
I assume you guys watch a lot of YouTube, right? I mean,
No,
you
not
don't.
anymore. No.
I watch it and I'd keep my
Yeah, I watch a lot of YouTube, honestly. That's probably the only thing I do now. I never watch Twitch. Info, there are a lot of like Twitch streams that are really like CW, all three of them to YouTube stuff, and I also watch a lot of Mars's content and Yaren's content also, but mostly from also YouTube, I guess.
Right.
I
okay.
watch World of Warcraft lore.
And also Kali kind of streams on YouTube, so that's kind of convenient.
Oh,
videos
fuck.
and Dragon Ball Z lore videos.
Okay.
Goku gets AIDS.
What kind
Yeah,
of
can,
Dragon
can
Ball
Goku
Z
beat
videos?
AIDS?
Can Goku be?
Which is why
I
I do
literally,
this.
that is something I love. Those videos. I love those. What would happen if Goku was reborn with all his prior powers? What would happen if Goku
my
died of
God.
his heart
Oh,
attack?
you're one of those
We found the
people.
Dragon Ball fan.
Oh,
Makes so much
yay.
sense now.
Do you watch the power scaling videos?
Yes!
Yay!
I hate them, but I get them
I'm
up on
never
my
gonna have an
YouTube
anime
shorts. I
opinion
can't look
in this
away.
room.
Hey, I mean, they're kind of cool.
You can have an anime
I still really like talking about power scaling.
opinion.
And
It's
anyone
interesting.
remembers the game theory video that they put out, being like, what would happen if these Nintendo characters had the coronavirus? And then I think later
Wait, is this real?
yes, he
this still
changed the
up?
title. I think he changed the title, and he may have deleted the whole thing. Matt Pat put a video out like some shit like what would happen if these characters got coronavirus. What would happen? How would they fucking survive or some shit? I swear that was real.
Who survived? Kirby? Like,
But yes, something like
he
that.
becomes it?
And then I feel like they had comments being like, "Oh, my grandma died of corona."
the next week, it's like, what happened to Frezzy?
But here's the thing. MacPath is a really smart guy. And he's also a very kind guy, Like, if you're like complaining about or offended by the fact that MacPath made a video like that, then shame on you because you're kind of being a dumbass. MadBat made that video specifically so that the general public will be more educated on the matter of the coronavirus. So he didn't want to just to say the coronavirus, because nobody cares about that type of stuff, especially gamers. So in order to make the gamers care, he related the video to be related to the game characters, and so he tried to combine gaming with Corona, and that's the end result. And that's a very compassionate way of to make your video and educate people, because if you didn't do that, people wouldn't give a shit about your Corona video. So in order to make people care about Corona, you tied it to a lot of game characters, and because of that, he was able to educate a lot of people who otherwise would never watch Corona videos.
Might die, but if
including me.
He's got his power-up mushroom. Technically, heals.
I think I watched a portion of it, but at the same time, I also sometimes kind of like shrug off certain videos of MadBat because of certain ridiculous ideas like that. But I usually really like MadBat's videos because they're very informative.
Survive.
He gives the longevity.
And also, like, I'm a science boy. I'm very similar to MadBat in the sense that I'm kind of a nerd. What can I say?
He lives for a little bit longer. Oh my god. That's horrible.
There's no way this is real.
I swear it was real.
This sounds like an AI video.
This does sound like an AI. Like this is like an AI map meme video.
Yeah.
Is it real?
Game theory: who will survive censored virus?
What's the thumbnail? What's the thumbnail?
Oh, that's an actual meme.
Look at that! What the fuck is that?
Oh my god, that's
The thumbnail is
So you changed the title.
What is the
but
top?
It's still the same.
Is this an actual
main
quote
channel?
from the video? Your grandmother who has diabetes and hypertension definitely wouldn't survive longer than Luigi
No,
who has a
there's-
super height.
No, that's not. That's that.
Why is everyone commenting this?
There's no. Let me see.
They're just making
The
the
top
same
two
jokes
comments.
we made.
I think. No, that's definitely just a bit.
That's gotta be a meme. That's gotta be a meme.
Wait, can you read that?
But we can make a reality with AI.
what does that say about-
voiceover.
Okay, the comments.
Wait.
Okay.
Your grandmother who has diabetes. Why am I laughing at that? Your grandmother who has diabetes and hypertension definitely wouldn't survive longer than Luigi who has a super heightened jump.
What does that have to do with anything?
You just like... You just...
Super height.
Sometimes a video can be too topical.
That's when you know you're running out of fucking ideas.
Yeah, like I really do feel MadBat because he probably just wants to educate a lot of people on the coronavirus and the details and the effects of the virus and its special and everything details everything about it. But just saying, "Oh, guys, I want to talk about the coronavirus because it's important." He can't make that because it's weird. So you have to like combine it with your channel ideas.
I used to like game theory, but
Such brave takes.
I really like it.
Tell him, King.
Tell him, go on.
Yeah. Well,
Well, I mean, he's just trying to. I think.
Well, no, his videos
it's more
fucking
general
suck.
now.
Like suck now.
I think there was a time that game theory was really fun and exciting when you were a
I
gamer.
think so,
Yeah.
but-
And then I think it
Yeah,
became.
when I was fucking 12, maybe.
I think when Five Nights at Freddy's came out, I think it became a
You're
different
telling
channel.
me that Peach isn't fucking Mario, she's fucking Luigi? Oh my god.
Was that a theory?
Yeah, it was a theory. That was a theory.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
I don't remember this one at all.
Yeah, there definitely some viewers that kind of
I think.
But you can't just like judge a channel entirely by a few floppy videos.
Do some Dragon Ball theories.
Hey, don't
Like,
get me
lower-
started,
Just
bro.
to lower the IQ.
What's
like,
wrong-
a little
what's
bit.
wrong with Dragon
What's
Ball?
the wildest Dragon Ball?
No, it's just
theory
Dragon Ball fans are the problem.
It's like a meme in the anime community that Dragon Ball fans have like the lowest IQ.
No, that's rude because I'm kind of a Dragon Ball fan. I really like certain fights and certain arcs in Dragon Ball.
I understand that because it's a very simple fucking show. Oh, he gets stronger. He hiccups.
Yeah. People punch each other. There's definitely like, it's really true that Dragon Ball appeals to very simple-minded people, and I do admit that I myself, like Dragon Ball a lot. But when I rank it on a tier list, I usually put it on B. A or S is usually some sort of a political shit or some sort of a detective story with crazy plot twists.
Oh, they fight. I don't know. I enjoy it because it's such a like simple. I don't need to know if Mikasa's fucking, and fucking. I don't need to know that
Australian explains Attack on Titan.
I don't need to know that fucking, old mate uses guns with his. What are those things called on Attack on Titan? There's
3D maneuver gear.
Maneuver gear. I've seen every episode. I don't know why I don't know that.
Why are you acting like you're not a weeb? Huh? What are you?
How much of Attack on Titan do you recall out of every?
If you ask me questions, I'll know. But off the top of the dome, I can't. Like,
I think Chad's on his phone when he watches shit.
No. And by the way, I fucking hate it now. Like, the show is ruined for me.
Wait, why?
Because they split up the last best part over fucking a year and a half.
Okay, that understandable.
That pisses me off.
The milking is like egregious.
Yeah, that pisses.
Stop milking, guys. Come on. Creating anime is like super hard. Like, why don't you guys, try to create an anime and then complain about all these hiatuses, huh?
Pisses me off.
I definitely lost interest in because they did the 1 hour special and then there's gonna be another 1 hour special and fuck knows how long to actually end the show.
You can always just like rewatch the entire series from the start, but if you want to like feel it.
The season before that was just kind of like, why? Just wait. Just release it all when it's done. Why are you doing this?
Well, that's the first time I've ever just read the manga because I just didn't want to wait any longer.
Yeah, I did read the manga. Manga's way too.
Okay, so now I know the ending and I just don't give a shit.
I don't know the ending.
I don't know the ending. No,
well, basically, they have AIDS. They technically all do have Titan AIDS. They die after 8 years.
Okay, well, thank you. Well,
is it 8 years? It's Titan AIDS. I don't know.
Oh my god. This is going to be our worst episode ever.
Okay. Yeah, no, I watch anime.
Who watches it the most out of you two?
Chad.
Yeah.
Okay.
I haven't watched anime in a long time.
Really?
My problem is if I pick something up, I can't stop watching it if I like it.
Right.
Why is that a problem?
What's the problem, If it's good, it's good.
He has to drink.
The only biggest problem with watching anime is the fact that you can make content out of it. If there was no copyright law, I would watch anime every single day. But now the copyright law is like forcing me a lot, so I have to watch like Let's Plays now.
You have to drink on camera. What if you drink and watch anime at the same time?
Because then you have this.
I'm going to like put up my face cam now, and I'm going to like watch a lot of Let's Plays. With a lot of story-focused games. Because why not?
You gotta make another channel.
Why not?
Yeah.
Because otherwise it's a waste of time.
Yeah, exactly.
But if you're filming it, then it's business.
Oh my god, I would pay to watch just shit-faced Chad just commenting on anime as he
Yeah.
watches
Aussie reviews.
Aussie reviews anime. That would be amazing.
I get really caught up in the relationships. I'm like, can you guys just fuck? Like,
yeah, like with the copyright law, fuck it so hard. I'm going to like just focus on games. Probably my content is. I don't give a shit about. Like I get Ruby's the only exception. Ruby, you can make content about it with reactions. Too bad you also can't live stream it. Unfortunately, it's still not great to that extent, I guess.
That's the thing. They never fucking.
This is also why visual novels are amazing. You can stream visual novels like Danganronpa, Ace Attorney, Zero Skip Series. You can stream it, and you can make content about it. You can talk about it while it plays.
You know what? If Eren Yeager fucked Mikasa, is that who it is? Yeah. It fucking show would have been. Never. Spoilers.
Listen.
I think he's gay.
He's not gay.
God, I don't.
Are they brother and sister as well?
I think they're related. I don't know.
Adopted.
Adopted.
Again, I forgot.
Brother and
You
sister
forgot.
by blood. All
Yeah,
right.
and then there's some other like plot line in it where she's like, oh, she's meant to obey everything he says because she's like the Japanese, like she's like the Japanese. Because
He's not. What? That's not the. No, this is Nakaman, and everyone was saying that, oh, you're Nakaman, so therefore you're just doing whatever I say.
she's from like a Japanese.
wait.
In the
Where is
show,
this?
there's different nations, and she's from like the ancient Japanese island. I fucking don't know.
Every time you say Japanese, he's like dead eye contact with me, and I'm like, I don't know.
Like, sorry,
I don't know.
can I say it? Can I say the thing?
Can I have another grog, please? Get them all out. Just throw them all around here.
Max, what's your what would you say is your favorite anime?
I've never seen one.
No,
That's fucking.
that's
lie.
a fucking lie. Okay.
Oh, this is like on the when you guys had PewDiePie on.
Yeah,
the only thing
yeah.
I can think of is Death Note.
Death
Which is
Note.
what he said.
Oh yeah, that's a good anime.
That show also got fucking ruined.
Wait.
I did like Death Note.
Yeah.
That was like probably the first.
I really want to do a live stream where I did read the Death Note manga, but unfortunately, if I do that, there's a possibility that I get hit hard by some sort of copyright thing.
Proper anime when I was
Very
like,
unfortunate.
Yeah, I think it was everyone's first. Anime.
but I
Because
haven't.
one thing that definitely got my channel striked was the Spy Family manga read. I did it and I got a strike, despite the fact that I edited the video.
I feel like these grape ones are fucking shit.
Very unfortunate.
I like it.
Right, I haven't-
No, they're good for like.
I haven't tried the grape one yet.
Okay, they are very
I'll
sweet.
try it.
They are very
I'll
sweet.
try it.
I'll
We
give
got
it that.
to we got to tone them back like, a little bit.
Max,
like,
pass me
20
that
peach.
Can I try the peach one?
The
Peach one's
the best.
good. Peach one's good.
Yeah, because
Oh,
like
Peach one is better.
this one's really
Is there one
sweet.
more?
It's good for like a
Oh,
first
really?
bite.
But we're gonna bring the
you already
flavoring
have
down on this.
pepper?
This is why we
I
don't
haven't-
like it because it's a bit too strong.
Oh, okay.
Do you want it?
No.
Okay. Okay.
So Death Note, you'd say?
Trying to think. Pokemon. I did not watch Pokemon.
What do you mean?
I did not fucking watch the actual show.
Wait, you didn't?
No, I mean like it's still going. I mean,
Yeah,
they
yeah,
finished
yeah.
it.
They finished it.
Yeah, Ash is like dead now.
Yeah, Ash and
Close
Pikachu
enough.
just ripperonis now.
Yeah,
not
yeah.
finishing it entirely though, right?
Well, they're finishing
It's never
the
ending.
Ash's
It's
story
like
is
fucking
finished.
Naruto, bro. Oh, I did watch Shippuden. I watched a lot of that.
Yeah.
Did you finish it?
No, definitely not. I think I was up to like the pain.
Yeah.
All right, you stopped at the good. You
that's
stopped
where
at
I
the good
stopped it
one.
as well.
Yeah, you
I
stopped at
remember
the
people
good
being
one.
pissed off about the animation in some of those scenes. So I thought I liked it.
Yeah, it's cool.
Really?
There's like goofy.
Yeah, there's definitely the goofy part of Pain where Pain's face becomes really weird. It's definitely memeable, and I definitely think there's a possibility that it could have been done better, but it's still, fine. If anything, it's actually kind of funny when in context, because in context, spoilers, Pain killed Hinata, and Naruto went Cupid mode and he was beating his shit, and Pain was like, "Do you hate me now?" And there's this really funny parts. It's almost like funnier or more entertaining, especially because of that animation, because it's so funny in some ways. So in that sense, I'm actually kind of really glad that the way it's drawn, because it's very hilarious in that context.
Animation in one of the Pain fights, and I remember people like really pissed off.
Is that the screenshot of like Pain's
There's,
face just
like,
like
a lot of
melting?
screenshots.
Yeah,
Yes, it's definitely very experimental.
I really liked the animation in that. But,
I don't know anything about Naruto.
Yeah, he's never seen Naruto.
Never watched it.
Isn't this an anime podcast? Shouldn't you have seen every anime?
is not
Yeah, what
This
the
is not
fuck?
an anime
That's
podcast.
not.
I'm sorry, I'm going to spoil it. Fuck, I'm going to
Yeah,
spoil
I know.
it. That's just how it goes.
Okay.
It's so goddamn long.
The end means the me. The end justifies the means.
One Punch.
If you're creating a great discussion, then who gives a shit if it's spoilers?
Punch season 1. I remember.
Maybe fiction discussions are boring specifically because we're avoiding spoilers.
I really liked. That's like probably the most recent like proper thing.
Yeah.
And what's the other show that guy did?
Mob Psycho.
Mob
Mob
Psycho.
Psycho. I really like
Yeah,
that.
Mob Psycho's
that's
fucking
amazing.
awesome.
That's
That
amazing.
animation is fucking.
Yeah, Mob Psycho's
Fantastic.
fantastic.
Yeah, it's very good.
Have you guys ever read manga?
I have read a couple of One Piece. I
couple of One Piece.
Just this
Yeah, I
just.
think I need to watch or read One Piece. because I'm pretty much associated with the big three. I watched Bleach Soul Society arc, finished it, and I'm currently on the Iron Car arc. And yeah, so I'm technically am associated with Bleach now, and now I only need to watch One Piece because people keep saying it's really good.
Is that just never ending? So that's still going.
That is still going. And it's still going strong.
I get hyper focused on like specific things.
Yeah.
At one point, I was like, "Oh, I'm obsessed with One Piece manga," even though I hadn't like read that many.
Right.
Yeah.
But ahead of time. I like bought like so.
Oh my god.
And I was like, I'm gonna read through these, and then they're just sitting on the shelf, and it's like, I
No.
Yeah.
I don't know,
No, it
11 or 12 or something.
It's like 1/20th of the manga.
Yeah, I think it's on like chapter 1,100. and
Volume
some-
104, I think it's on.
Yeah. It's like over 1,000 chapters, but it's ending. I swear to God, within the next the next 10 years.
Okay.
Within the next 10 years, confirmed.
What's the longest running anime ever?
One Piece.
What is
Sazae-san, I think, is
Oh wait, it says fuck.
the longest
What
one.
is that, bro?
It's
Say that
it's
in English.
Sazae-san. Yeah, you got it. It's got like it's been.
It's
going
like the
on
Arthur of Japan.
Yeah. It's been going on.
Arthur, the cartoon, you know, with
The
the. What?
No, it is.
Why is that so?
No, it is. It is.
That's just so fucking funny, bro.
It's just like it's just like
You know how like Arthur was just never, it was just always around, and then they cancelled
You're
it.
talking about
Like,
Hey Arthur?
that's how
No, no,
you're
Hey Arnold.
Hey Arnold, you're thinking
Arthur, the hand
armadillo.
meme, the hand meme.
Oh, the hand meme. I know that
yeah.
meme. I know that show.
The Aardvark.
The animals.
Oh, it's an
Yeah.
aardvark.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's
Yeah.
Aardvark?
Yeah,
Well, I
aardvark.
used to have the Arthur books, and if you look at the original books, his head's longer and more fucked up. It looks like an actual aardvark. But then when they made it into the
They made it more
cartoon,
anime,
they
more
made him-
kawaii,
right,
more
yeah,
rounds.
exactly. They're like round. Yes.
It's a good show.
Arthur Aardvark.
I've always been curious. How much do you have to cut out of Cold Ones? or
Everything.
Your general videos, considering like, because
Do you want the truth?
yeah, I
Yeah.
wanted to try. I want the truth.
The hand meme.
You knew what I meant, though. You knew what I meant.
I'm just sorry. I feel bad for the guy who made that show who's been reduced to that.
His entire
24 seasons working hard for children, and literally the hand meme.
Sorry.
To answer your question,
Yeah.
a lot. No, a typical recording minimum
Right.
is 3.5 hours.
Jesus.
And you can just
and that makes a 15-minute video.
Fucking hell.
Because it's hard when
So there's
you're
just
drunk.
like whole sections that you're like, that wasn't funny, just get rid of it.
Not sometimes, but not really.
Do you just like chuck it
There's
all on the
just so
Patreon?
much.
Or?
Yeah, Patreon cuts
the
like an hour long.
Patreon
Yeah.
gets like massive extended cuts.
Right.
Jesus.
Yeah, because we actually rarely have to cut something out of our podcast. That's probably going to be one of them where you show your ass. That's
Well, the problem is when you're drinking on a podcast and you get really drunk.
Yeah, live stream is also hard.
Yes.
But to be honest, I think a lot of the society's problems are censorship and like repression is like the biggest problem with. A problem that is restricting freedom of speech, because and even like something like live stream, like I'm live streaming now, but if what happens if suddenly someone shows an ass on a YouTube video that I didn't know of, like it's not my fault. I didn't do anything crime, but despite that, my YouTube channel is in danger and I'm getting punished for it. So it really kind of begs the question that, hey, is it like morally right or how can you be okay with these channels and these people losing their careers and a lot of people being deprived of good content just because of ass and tits? Maybe ass and tits are okay to show.
And you start
because
talking about something else, and then you're
because banning people or like destroying other people's channels and destroying other people's creations because they have ass and tits is kind of like unfortunate. It's very unfortunate. All these crazy religions are like responsible for crazy stuff. This crazy censorship and repression of our sexuality.
Political debate for an hour talking about like why Obama was a better president.
How many political
than Trump.
debates do you have?
Not actually. I'm just using that as an example. But you get onto a topic and you're drunk with the boys and you're talking
Trash Taste already has so many fucking tangents. Could you imagine if we were shit-faced every episode?
Well, you gotta find
out. Oh man, I really wish I was on Trash Taste. I always just talk about politics all day.
Out tonight.
Oh my
That's
God.
why I said prepare your liver. Because
We've cut stuff though. We've cut
We talk about anime, politics, blah 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 blah.
like segments before, but
we cut. We cut so much. You got to.
sometimes if we talk about politics for some reason, I don't even know how we get on it, and then we're
I
like,
feel like
this
that
is
should
terrible.
always be cut. Yeah.
Because it was just like you watch it, like we're just fucking dumb.
Yeah, we don't know. We're so
We just should just fucking
uneducated
cut
on the
this.
topic.
Like,
Yeah,
this-
I have a thing where it's like a lot of the time people want me to have an opinion on something,
Yeah.
and I think it's okay to say like I don't know enough to feel
Yeah.
like my opinion that I should form an
and then,
opinion
and then
on
people
that.
get annoyed because they're like, "Why don't you know enough?" You should- you should
exactly.
force
And it's
yourself
like
to
you
do
should
it."
take a stand. But what they're really saying is you should be part of what I think.
Yeah.
Rather than me being like, I want to educate myself. Sure,
That's funny that they want cold ones of all shows to get more political. I just,
I think you
see,
can do that with anything. Everything
you see
is
Chad's
politics.
asshole, and you're like, man,
Yeah,
I
that's
just want to know how he
politics.
feels about the current like housing crisis in Australia. Like, I just
A simple answer: bad. Yeah, but when you're sitting down with the boys and you're drinking, you just start talking about stuff, and then you look back in the footage later, and you're like, "That's not interesting." We're talking about fucking how we can poison kids and get away with it. Like
That's premium. That's not. Sounds like premium
That
content.
sounds like
Alright.
we would keep that shit.
When we did
one prime example, we did a podcast with someone, and there was someone else on the show, and we just fucking walked off set for an hour and just started talking off screen, and we're like, "Oh shit, we got a podcast to record." Who was just drunk? We're like, let's take a 10-minute piss break, go grab a water, and then we'll continue. And then
Did no one tell you?
I think people were trying, but we're like, let me cook.
Oh yeah, it's pretty hard to get us back on track once we're at that point.
No,
And we
I haven't fucking answered any authority. I've had 2 beers.
But yeah, there's definitely stuff where, as well as when you're drunk and you look back at it and you're like, "Oh, I can't believe I said that. So embarrassing. I'm too
Yeah.
drunk." We obviously send the footage to people as well to look at, and they go, "Oh, don't leave that in. I'm obviously drunk. I don't need people knowing about how like my ex-boyfriend fucking sounded me with a fucking pen or some bullshit like that." No one said that, but
okay, I was gonna say what.
Yeah,
No
what's
one.
this about stuff being shoved up your ass when you get drunk?
He does it.
This was
yeah,
said
right, here
off
we go.
camera.
Yeah, this
just
is-
out
we
of the
need to
blue?
know.
Let's begin this
I
debate.
need to know the context of this.
Why is this a thing?
Because have you seen our Patreon?
No, I
how
don't
many
wanna see
patrons
that.
we have? I mean,
You have a lot of patrons.
yeah.
You
want
guys
me to
know
know
why?
Do we?
How many patrons do you guys have?
Fucking no.
A decent amount. You guys have.
Yeah, I
decent
think
Yeah,
amount.
we have a decent amount. Not nowhere near
not-
you
nowhere
guys.
near
though.
as
Sure?
I
Yeah.
think you guys have
God.
more for
me
sure.
check.
Yeah,
yeah.
time
Why don't you
patrons
guys
are
just
so
make-
cool. It's also because for some reason, goddamn, my Patreon just doesn't work.
I think you guys got 10.
We don't.
Like whenever the search page just doesn't work.
We
for
don't.
some
We
reason.
barely like. We're terrible. We don't give a lot to the Patreon.
Yeah.
Well, you need to start
we
shoving
need
some
to
shit up
shove
one of
some
you
shit
guys'
up
ass.
us.
Maybe we're gonna start putting some stuff. Well, Joe did mention one time he'd rather stuff up his ass.
just shy of 11,000.
Okay, all right, yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
pretty
Maybe
good.
ours just went up or what?
Yeah.
Man, you guys suck. You guys fell off.
Quick, someone shove something up my ass.
Get the cup. Get the cup.
Get the
I
cup.
swear, if one of you bent over and someone was putting something in your
Yeah, it's really unfortunate that I have to like gatekeep a lot of people in order to make money. Even for, you know, if people were truly smart, they would give money to content creators they care about.
ass. Once
You know, without all the gatekeeping content.
an episode, you would see a spike.
It's really unfortunate that gatekeeping is the strategy to make money.
I fucking hope so.
The sad reality when it doesn't change the Patreon.
Oh, no,
What is the difference between your Patreon and an OnlyFans?
Content? I mean, okay,
It's tasteful.
When I spread his cheeks, it's done in a way that is more elegant.
All right, can I just, Chad? You were saying before that it's all my fault.
Okay, let me cook,
Okay.
and then let me. Let me go first. Let me plead my case.
I have a good rebuttal. I think.
Okay. It started with me originally just getting. My cock out on camera because I'm drunk and I'm like, oh,
I don't do that when I'm drunk.
I love getting my little tiny cock and balls out.
I think that goes way back.
Yeah, that
before
sounds like a
Cold Ones.
childhood thing.
Oh, probably. Yeah.
Way.
So that was like the original like pitch to Patreon.
Sorry, real quickly. Wasn't like one of the first times that would ever happen on?
I fucked a flashlight.
What?
I pretend to fuck a flashlight. That was one of the first times.
Wait,
No,
wait,
not that. Not that. Way before that. I mean, didn't How to Basic post the photo on his Twitter of your cock just out in a McDonald's?
Yeah, we were drunk. We were drunk around McDonald's one
But
night.
I swear that was the first time where it was.
He activated
where
it.
You thought he wasn't actually going to post it, but you were like, you can post it. And then he did, and then it was like, oh, he actually posted that.
He took I got my cock out in a Macca's at like 5 o'clock in the morning. There were no kids around. Relax.
Do you?
I got my cock out at the casino McDonald's, and he took a photo of it. It's like this funny photo of me like wearing really nice button-up shirt pants, and this is like tiny cock and balls hanging out.
Powers of being
And he posted it, and people loved it. I'm like, people love it when I get my cock out.
No.
I mean, thank God Twitter allows that.
I feel like you took the wrong message from this.
But obviously, I didn't think you'd post it. I like thought he'd take a photo and never see the light of day. And then I woke up the next morning hungover. I'm like, why is my phone buzzing?
Did you ever think, man, this could be distasteful to some people. Maybe I shouldn't do it.
Do you know how accessible porn is? Have you looked at Twitter?
Yeah, but like I know. I've been on Twitter, and
If they complain about seeing my cock in their feed, they're following the wrong people. That's their fault.
Just unfollow me at that point.
Like, you know, I mean, I see enough titties on Instagram, and like, I don't even follow any OnlyFans girls.
Yeah, so that got posted, and you were like, we can paywall this.
No, we did, I did not. All right, fast forward to cold ones.
Okay.
So it's just you open OnlyFans. I am not judging, but that's pretty cool.
I start getting drunk and getting my cock out a lot on camera. Then we
This is a
started
thing that
Patreon,
happens
and then
every
I
time.
edited Prezzo's like, can I start leaving your cock in? It's kind of funny. I'm like, yeah, all right, you can leave it in there. And then we noticed our Patreon climbed the second we started putting more cock on screen. And then the one time we saw really blast. We got this like tripled overnight. We got this lizard cam, which is like a camera attached to a big long string along like rope. And you have to like shove it behind your fridge and stuff to see if there's any critters there, any holes.
Or down like drain pipes to find
see where the clog is.
Right.
And Max looks at me, and this is where it started because it wasn't my idea. And we can review the footage.
This
Max,
is just like one time though.
this is how it started.
This is not started.
my
but-
And then he looks at me and goes, Chad, can I shove this up your ass?
That's the most disgusting thing I've heard.
I'm like, yeah,
That's an
sure.
amazing idea.
We leave it in Patreon. The Patreon triples overnight. So I did not triple.
So is there a bunch of people on your Patreon who are exclusively there because they have some kind of
Oh yeah,
connection?
I remember seeing a guy recently when I looked in the comments. There was a guy who was just cataloging because it was someone
like time stamping.
Yeah, but someone new had subscribed. And he was like, "Where's Chad's cock? Like, that's what I'm here."
He was
for.
like-
a guy replied to that, yes, literally with like a bunch of timestamps of every piece of old content being like, this video, this Patreon podcast at the 2 hours and 14 seconds mark. Chad gets his dick out for like a second in the corner. Blah blah blah. Just like every single possible thing, and he was like replying to.
So there's a good chunk of people who are just there.
I
Just
think
to
so.
see.
That's the only time we
What?
see like a noticeable jump in the Patreon is when there's a point in the video where I get my cock out for something. We have to blur it. I'll say go to Patreon.
And then it goes up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway,
What do they get out of that?
I don't know.
It's funny. It's like a bunch
Seeing something they shouldn't.
Oh, okay,
they think
okay,
they
okay.
shouldn't be able to see.
I guess so. Yeah.
You guys are lying if you say you've never been drunk with the boys and one guy says, "Oh, it'd be so funny if you fucking like
Your
we
dick in
wax
my mouth."
stripped your like balls or your cooch."
We have never had that
Man,
conversation.
you got
Not
some
even
straight
remote.
friends.
We go to the onsen. We always see each other's dicks.
Wait, Joey, what?
I've done it.
It legend.
Must be an Aussie thing.
It must be an Aussie thing.
This must be an Aussie thing.
Okay, Joey, we've been friends for how many years, and this is just
Joey
coming
has
out
never
now.
done this.
I've got my cock out in front of the boys before.
Yeah. That's it. Get it out.
No.
on the Patreon.
Yes, you see, now that you've done this, they're going to make you do this. You've resigned yourself
I'll
to
only
doing
do it if you go to the patron.
I get the cock out right now.
I can't.
But dude,
can't
that's
right
how.
now.
But that's how you do it. Yeah, then you stand up, you dick out, and you put the big black box over it that says "trash taste."
My favorite.
Yeah, exactly.
It was really funny to see you leak Ludwig's balls.
Oh,
Yeah.
That was so funny.
that was like an actual accident.
Yeah, I know it was.
That was Chad just being like.
The chat
I was
log.
drunk when he messaged me.
Yeah,
That's the problem.
The chat log was so funny. It's like, hey, Ludwig, do you want me to blow your balls? Yes. All right, okay. Puts them in the thing uncensored.
Okay, let me explain. Let me explain. I have an Apple Watch. Okay?
Okay.
So I
All right,
don't-
Tim Cook, come get your
I
man.
don't see the previous messages before that. And Max can atone. How bad is it with me reading messages above?
Oh, he can't read. He just can't read. Like,
Okay, well, that's, yeah.
He's just illiterate.
I messaged Ludwig.
he's
I
legit.
messaged Ludwig in the morning, like,
So by the way, what happened is that Ludwig's balls were leaked because they
On our
didn't
Patreon.
uncensor them.
Oh, great. Yeah.
yes.
so you get Ludwig's balls too. Nice balls. I sent him a message in the morning and I was like, "Oh, hey Ludwig, here's the Patreon cut of your episode. Like, just review it. Tell us if you want anything cut. Your balls are still in it." Because in the recording he said, "Yeah, you guys can leave my balls," and it's fine. Like, while he was drunk, obviously. And I said, "If you want us to blow your balls, just let me know."
What a weird.
And then I'm drunk that
Another
night.
day in the cold one.
And I'm drunk that night. The night we're meant to be posting it,
God.
like the final 3-hour crunch, and I just get this yes lol, and I'm like, oh,
It's
what
fine.
did I- what-
It's funny.
But,
It's
yeah, but
lol.
like
He
in
said
my,
lol.
in my head, I
said
thought, mate,
yes,
I
yes.
thought in my head, I thought I said, "Hey, is it okay if we leave your balls in?" So I thought he was replying. I thought he was replying to yes, you can leave my balls in. I didn't read the previous messages because I even like took I even took a photo of my like Apple Watch message that said yes, lol. Like, yeah, he said it's okay, guys. And I sent it to the editors, and it turns out I didn't read what I actually sent above. I'd forgotten what I had sent.
To be fair, he took it like a champ. Like,
He used it for content.
He made like he
Yeah,
took
Ludwig was a really cool guy.
that and he ran with it.
Yeah.
And he,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
did into, like,
Yeah, good on him.
a positive
And he hasn't
point
messaged
himself.
me since. So I mean,
Yeah,
sure.
what was the, I always wonder what was the conversation when it happened. What was it like? Ah, shit, my bad, mate.
Did he message you being like, "Yo"?
No,
my
he never
balls
messaged
are-"
me. He just like I just saw a bunch of videos about
I think we
it.
just started getting tagged in all these like. It seemed like he did a fucking like press run with it.
Yeah,
He was
did
on like everything.
He did like
talking
a
about it.
mogul
My
mail.
balls are out.
Yeah, he milked it for a video. He made a mogul mail about
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
And then I remember all the streamers as well were reacting to it. So it was lots of like live stream fails, clips about it, and stuff like that. And I was like, man, we did this motherfucker a favor.
Dude, Critical
but
made a
I'm
video
sorry.
about it as well.
Yeah.
That's how you know when you made it. You made it when Critical's made a video about
So
it.
I'm sorry, Ludwig. I am. Can I say it on this show?
You just did.
No, you can't say that on the show.
I am stupid.
This episode of Trash Taste is sponsored by Gamer Subs. You think you're a true gamer without drinking?
Oh no, cringe.
Now, can't you?
What?
I'm pretty sure you can.
Look, guys, if I want to donate to you guys, I should donate to you guys. But at the same time, you guys are literally more rich than me, so
Video
it's kind of
host.
weird feeling like I should
And
donate to
streaming
you.
now. So you
But
can just
sure.
Yeah.
you can just like stream on straight to Patreon. So if you want to do a fucking cock and ball out, on-sen stream. Like, go for it.
How much money would it be worth to us to do a naked stream? How much would how much my price?
I'd pay like at least $50 to sit on that. And you got to have text to speech so I can donate and comment on the looks of
Nice
your cocks.
balls. Nice balls.
Nice balls.
Nice balls.
Oh my goodness.
So is getting your cock out just an Aussie pastime?
Yeah, I think so.
I think so.
Because Joe, when have you got your cock out? I have never
Many
heard
times.
any. What do you mean many
No,
times, Joe?
bullshit.
Wait, you guys were just saying in the bathroom before seeing each other's balls.
That's an onsen. That's different. Because
That's still getting your fucking cock and balls out in front of your friends.
There's a massive difference between getting your balls out in a McDonald's and getting your balls out in a place where you are supposed to get your balls out.
I think as well there might be like a Japanese thing to it as well, because like again, because we have that like whole onsen culture, right?
Yeah,
So we're-
Japanese are so based. If there's anything great about Japanese people, it's the fact that they haven't been brainwashed by Christianity like America.
already not afraid to like see each other naked.
That's a deadly combo.
It is a deadly combo. So it's like I have the Aussie.
But which is why Japanese has a lot of less censorship in their animation, their art forms, and their traditions. Because America is supposedly the free country, but it can never be free because it has been chained by the religions.
Of not giving a fuck about people seeing my balls, and I have the Japanese side of just getting used to.
I mean, then again, Japanese also had those religious dogmas in World War II, and because of that, the state Shinto religion, because of that, the military gained too much power. But they learned from their lesson and.
Seeing each other.
I think when I stopped caring, it was the same thing where I had to get my cock and balls out in front of everyone for an extended period of time. I was in LA and we went to a Japanese spa. It's called Wii Spa.
Right.
But you gotta be
Wii
naked
Sports.
for it. Wii Spa. And all the boys, I don't know, remember Greek God X, a bunch of like old streamers.
Yeah.
We were all there and we all got our fucking cocks out. And I was just like, this is normal now. Balls and cock are just.
After a while, you just like
Disconnect.
don't care.
You disconnect,
It's just like,
yeah.
oh, yep.
I'd laugh if it wasn't actually like a mandatory thing. You just like turn up and you just go. You're the only ones with your cock and balls out.
Right, now we
You're
got
like,
too deep.
You walk into the establishment already with your cock and balls. I was just like, what, guys? Where are your cock and balls?
This isn't normal. I should be naked.
Why are you wearing pants?
You said you've been to Japan many times before.
Yeah, I used to go once a year. I try to because I had friends in Korea who were in the military. People I met online.
Right.
I don't know if you guys
MMO friends?
Yeah, MMO friends. I don't know if you guys have went to Korea. I can't remember on the hill where all the army guys stay. But if you're in the army in Korea, if you're an American, they're all American. If you're based in Korea, you get like 3-bedroom houses. To stay. It's like so nice. So I'd always go there and be like, "Can I stay in one of your spare rooms for like a week?" So I'd go like Japan, Korea, and then fly home. Maybe stop somewhere else on the way. So I used to do that every year, but I haven't done it since COVID. I miss Japan.
You said you just got like slept on a train once and just woke up in a random town.
Yeah, well, I mean, you get the train passes.
Yeah.
JR passes.
Yeah, JR passes, and you should fucking. I was in an Airbnb and it's like ended because I'd always just travel with like a backpack and a really small suitcase.
Right.
So I hopped on one of the trains one day and I fell asleep. Not on purpose. I just fell asleep. And I woke up and I was like, "Oh, I'm here now." And I messaged one of my friends and I said, "What's there to do here?" And he was like, "Well, you're like an hour bus ride from a really cool village with nice scenes." I was like, "All right, go there." And then I'm there. I'm like, "What the fuck's there to do here?" And it's like,
Dude, do you remember whereabouts you were? Or?
I was really, really far west because up the top it snows, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
I was really.
Okay, I'm kind of zoning out. Let's watch the game. Raincoat. Okay, let's see what happened.